Hello everyone. I always have a plan of how to start these and then I forget. First thing, the internet is back, as you can see, because I'm streaming. We, for some reason, last Thursday, our internet just completely went out. We didn't know why. Saturday comes along. My big sister, she goes to the company and is like, okay, hey, what is happening? Can you send a technician out? And they're like, okay, well, we can't do anything because it's too late for Thursday. Okay, what about Friday? We don't have anyone for Friday. Okay, well, we can't do Saturday because both my mother and my big sister would be out and it'd be awkward for me to answer the door. So Saturday was the time where we could get someone, and obviously they came by Saturday. It was a problem with them, not our fault. Still pissed us off. But then we had internet, so I was quickly subtitling videos and putting them out, scheduling them, and then I took yesterday, I believe, just to relax, and I slept in because it is currently storming outside, which is a little worrisome, but hopefully isn't a problem. As I yawn. Sorry. What's the other thing? Oh, while we didn't have internet, I ended up working on my dollhouse, which, fun fact, I am building my own dollhouse from scratch for the 3 dolls I have, because why not? I like to craft things. I don't think I'll actually make a video on it or anything. I might talk about it, but just I don't have any camera stuff, so not sure how I do that. With all that out of the way, pretty sure we should get to the very lovely game that we have not finished. We're doing the dormouse this time. And apologies if you hear any clinking or something. I'm wearing earrings that have a little bead on them. They're comfortable to wear. I might take them off at some point. But for right now, if you hear thumping, it's probably because of the bead. So, to the game. Set. Hopefully the dormouse does not have a sad backstory, because I swear to God. We do this. And then we do, I am absolutely a professional. Totally a professional. As I move stuff around off screen. Totally a professional. Music. And now we go to, because I did the load save in preparation. So we did Wendy. We did Lulu. Now we're doing Skylar. I hit the right person, didn't I? Bleh. Apparently my throat did not agree with that. Give me a second here. Okay. That should be better now. I think I was going to go make a joke and then my throat just said, nope. We did not like that. I'm taking off one of my earrings. Hi, Bass. My day's been good. I haven't been on the Discord in a bit, and I need to respond to people, but other than that, it's been good. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So hopefully we won't be up too late. Boop. Okay, I think I'll go to Lulu's house. Being with that group seems fun. Are you sure? Well, go enjoy yourself. I'm sure I will. Goodbye, Wendy. Bye, Wendy. Goodbye. I made it without getting lost. An accomplishment I could never do. Time to go in. You came back. It's great to see you again. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you showed up. We're actually celebrating your welcome into Wonderland. Oh my, I feel honored. You didn't have to do that for me. But wait, what if I didn't show up? That would have been terrible of me. Oh, don't worry about it, darling. There's always a party when I'm around. We would have kept celebrating whether you showed up or not. But since you're here, feel free to take a seat. There's plenty of chairs available. Next to Skylar, then. Really? I'm surprised. Go ahead, I guess. I don't mind. Alright. I'm not the best conversationalist, they say while using a big word. I hope you know that. It's fine, I'm not either. I find that surprising. You managed to convince me to let you in. Maybe you are a criminal. A silver-tongued one at that. Oh, I forgot Skylar thought I was a criminal. No, I'm definitely not a criminal. I told you before. Calm down. I was just teasing you. I know you're not all that bad. Lulu wouldn't bring in anyone bad. No, Lulu is very naive. Oh, I see. So what do you like to do, little Miss Introvert? Daydream, people watching, ask about their hobbies. That seems rude. They asked a question. I like daydreaming more. Let's see. Actually, hold on. I want to see if the other one gives us anything. Nope. Okay. Daydreaming. Let's see. I do find myself daydreaming quite a bit. I don't know if you'd consider that a hobby, but there's that. Skylar shrugs their shoulders. I'm not sure either, but it's something I certainly do a lot. Really? I thought you were always actually sleeping. They put a hand to their chest in mock offense. Of course I'm not. How dare you? I'm awake for at least more than half the day. Maybe if you moved the hair out of your eyes, it'd be easier for other people to tell when you're asleep. I move my hand towards their My hand gets slapped away before I can reach my goal. Not happening. Don't even try it. So, let's get back on track here. What do you usually daydream about? I usually fantasize going to bed at the end of the day. That's a good question. I usually like to make up scenarios and characters and watch how they play out in my mind. It helps me get through boring lectures most of the time. I see. Care to share one of those stories with me? No, thank you. Especially not when you put me on the spot like that. Skylar lets out a knowing chuckle. Fair enough. Is there anything else you like to do? Oh. Let me think. I really like to people watch. Skylar sat up in their seat, showing interest. Well, looks like we have similar interests. Well, really? I thought I was the only one with this hobby. Plenty of people watch, I think. I think it's just something to do, especially if you're bored and you have to wait. Oh, hold on. I need to readjust. I'm shaking my desk way too much. My leg got caught on something. Okay. Of course not. Although, it's probably more common for people that are old and bored. Well, okay. Hold on now. Are you calling me old? Not really, unless you are old. I'd hardly say that 20 is very old. To a child, maybe. A child. How old are you even, Skylar? They leaned back in their chair and faced me. I swear to God, Skylar. That's not very important, Skylar. But if you must know, I'm a year older, so you're 21. What? I would have thought they were younger than me. Does that mean Skylar is legal drinking age? Does Wonderland even have a legal drinking age? That's an interesting mental image. I think we're thinking two different things, Alice. But in all seriousness, my favorite place to people watch is actually the bazaar. Bazaar? What's that? It's our town area with all kinds of shops and stuff. It's okay the first few times you go, but now the only new thing to do is people watch. I could take you sometime if you want. That sounds like a lot of fun. So, what else do you want to talk about? Ask about their hobbies. Actually, I'd like to hear a little bit about what you like to do. Me? I'm not that interesting. I disagree. I'd probably make you fall asleep just talking about me. That's not true. You have my full attention. I straightened my back and leaned towards them to emphasize my point. All right, I get it. They put their finger on their chin for a few moments. I'm not allowed to say sleeping, right? Well, I mean, sleeping can be a hobby, technically. No, I already know that. Darn. I guess I have to tell you about my actual hobby. Is it gardening? Skylar dramatically points in front of us. I actually have a flower garden that I maintain right over there. I called it! It just made me think of, like, the flowers on top of their head that may be gardening. Really? I never would have guessed. Does that mean you grew the flowers on your flower crown? They gingerly touch the petals that sit on top of their head. Yep. These are a Skylar original. You'll have to show me sometime. I'll try to find a time if you're really that interested. I am. A gentle smile crosses their features at my enthusiasm. Enough about me. Is there anything else you'd like to share about you? That's all I can think of. Ooh. I think that's it. Already? Well, go ahead and enjoy the rest of the party. Eh? The tea party continues for hours on end. I feel a little out of place since I just met the three of them. Oh no. What is happening? So, my cursor accidentally, fell off the screen, and I thought it hit one of the... What is this little thing? The bar at the bottom of, computer and laptop screens. I thought it hit one of the icons and opened something, but then it was like, nothing's loading. Until it did, and now it won't go away. So currently I just have a screen of white because the thing hasn't fully loaded yet, so it won't close. There it goes. Okay. I'm back now. I'm totally a professional. I'm pretty sure Skylar fell asleep right after our conversation, so I keep myself entertained by watching everyone else's antics. I eventually get so comfortable with them, I don't realize the sun is setting. Well, it's getting late. I should probably... What? Probably go home. Oh. Which I can't do. Oh no, looks like you'll be sleeping on the ground. On the ground? I'm just kidding. I can help you. Thank you so much for letting me join you guys. It was our pleasure. But unfortunately, our party must end now. Good night, everybody. Hey, Lulu, before you go in, can I ask you something? Sure thing. What is it, Skylar? Well, since Alice here is technically a hobo... Damn! Well, that's one way of putting it. Is it alright if she crashed with us for a while? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Thank you very much. Welcome to our home. Oh, it's lovely. We don't have an extra room. Oh, unfortunately, these couches are all we have to offer. That's perfectly fine. With that, then, good night, Alice. Alice, before I go to sleep, I need to tell you something. What is it? Sure, what is it? As long as you're staying here, I need to make sure you know this, Skylar. When you talk about Lulu or Reese, you would say, I know Lulu, I like her food. Or I know Reese, she's a chatterbox. Okay. When you talk about me, oh, please say I know Skylar. They sleep a lot. I like their flower count. Okay, I was like, yeah, because it's their big personality traits of them. Where is this going? Oh, this is about the pronoun thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I understand. Is that all? Yep, that's it. Skylar is non-binary. They are a they. I want to pat their head so badly. Then, thanks, Skylar. No problem. No, Skylar, I really mean it. Thank you. Yeah, I get it. Well, I'm going to bed now. You should get some sleep too. If someone attacks you in the night, my room is upstairs. I will. Good night, Skylar. I'm glad I chose to sit next to Skylar. I really enjoyed their company. I'm exhausted. I should go to sleep. Today has been crazy. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up and find this has all been a dream. Or so I hoped. Sleepy Alice. She also gets head pats. What time is it? Huh? This isn't my room. Gosh, Alice, if you keep sleeping like that, you could replace me. What? Who is this? That's right, I'm in Wonderland. I guess it wasn't a dream. I'm waking up. Man, and I thought I slept in late. I had a very eventful day yesterday, don't blame me. I know, but it still caught me off guard. You even slept through everyone having breakfast. Even I can't sleep through that. Jeez, did I really sleep that heavy? I'm used to sleeping in, so I'm not surprised. But I'm usually a light sleeper. Having siblings usually does that to you. I still haven't forgiven Edith for that night. This is me. Just every once in a while, a conversation will be like, and then big sister did this. I love my big sister. Really? Lulu and Reese are like my siblings, but I've grown accustomed to sleeping through their noise. If I didn't, I don't think I would ever be able to rest. Speaking of sleeping through the noise, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh yeah, me and Mom are supposed to go out today. I wonder if that's still on, because I sleep in late too. And as I'm slowly, coming to consciousness, I just hear the loudest rumble that goes on for like a few seconds. And I'm like, what was that? It was thundering and raining very hard. Needless to say, Mother and I did not go out today. I actually ended up sleeping in more because of it. They're a loud bunch, those two. Reese does seem to talk a lot. Oh yeah, that too. Was that not what they meant? I probably shouldn't prod. So, Skylar, just how late did I sleep in? You were unconscious until afternoon. Really? Afternoon? Oh gosh, I need to leave for the castle right away. Later, Skylar. I hope I'm not late. Welcome back, Alice. You're just in time for croquet. Oh, but let's not keep Princess Morgana waiting. Follow me. I'll show you the way to the royal garden. I've brought Alice, your highness. Just in time, I see. There are wickets spread across the garden already. Morgana's standing next to the mallets and croquet balls. It's already set up. I hope she hasn't been waiting too long. Wendy, go send for Haley to make us some refreshments. Yes, your highness. Anything else? That'll be all. You are dismissed. Wendy gives a curt bow and she heads back into the castle. Well, Alice, do you know how to play croquet? Fun fact about me, I don't know how to play croquet. I don't think croquet is a game that a lot of people know how to play. It's just one of those, you know it or you don't know it, and it depends on where your family's from and your experiences in life. Please ignore rattling in the background. I'm trying to get a fidget toy for my hand. But I also have cat balls on my fidget toy bin. Technically, it's a cauldron. I just have this cute little cauldron that's filled with fidget toys, because I'm weird. As long as we're not using flamingos and hedgehogs, I think I'll be fine. Ha! I don't use the same cheap tactics as my mother did. But I'm surprised you even knew how she played. Nonetheless, let us begin our game, Alice. May the best win. She picks up one of the mallets off the ground and hands it to me. You may go first. I have to go first? Oh, goodness. My eyes travel from the mallet in my hand, the balls on the field, and Morgana's judgment stare. She's going to royally kick my behind at this game. I really don't want to play if I know it means I'm just going to lose. I think I said that right. I don't know, Your Highness. Are you sure you want to play croquet this afternoon? Morgana quirks an eyebrow at me. What other games would you suggest then, Alice? I'll have you know that if I don't like it, I'm making you leave. Oof. Sounds like she really wants to play. Really, though. The audacity to go to the Queen of Hearts, in this case it's her daughter, but nonetheless, the Queen of Hearts, and say, are you sure you want to play croquet? Like, yes, that's their whole shtick. I think they want to play croquet. I probably shouldn't push my luck so I don't get on her bad side. It's fine. We can keep playing croquet. Good. That's what I thought you'd say. Now, as I said, it's your turn first. Defeated, my feet drag towards the balls on the field. With all the wind taken out of my sails, I weakly swing the mallet. Unsurprisingly, the ball barely rolls forward. I can hear a chuckle from Morgana. Yikes. She strides towards where I'm standing, and I quickly get out of her way. Without a single pause, she flicks the mallet, and her ball goes straight through the first wicket. My eyes follow as the ball doesn't lose momentum until it's only a few inches from the next wicket. This is gonna be a long game. With my nerves on edge, I continue to make mistakes in the beginning, especially seeing how confident Morgana was playing. After finally getting over my nerves, I'm able to close the experience gap by just a little. I think it's about time we took a break, Alice. Looking back, I see a man coming our way with supply. Hey, Desmond, how's it going? Once the butler reaches us, he bends his arm down and presents the tray to us. Sitting on the tray is a large glass bowl full of yogurt-covered pretzels. Oh, that sounds good. Your snacks as requested. Morgana takes one of the pretzels out of the bowl and pops it into her mouth. Following her lead, I take one as well. Thank you, sir. The butler leaves the bowl on a nearby surface. With a polite bow, he leaves us with the pretzels. Bye, Desmond. I'm surprised that yogurt pretzels are a snack item here in Wonderland. I take another pretzel and begin crunching it. I love the salty and sweet combination. I could eat these forever. Do you have to crunch so loud? Sorry, I didn't realize I was that loud. God. Fun fact about sensory issues. I like chips and goldfish and like Cheez-It crackers. I find them yummy, right? But sometimes I can't eat them because sometimes when I try to eat them, I get annoyed at myself like, why am I so goddamn loud eating this chip? And it's very funny. I don't think I've probably gotten annoyed over other people eating as well, but I think it's less something I call them out for or anything. I more call myself out of like, why am I being so loud? I'm so embarrassed. I can't help crunching with pretzels. They're not supposed to be quiet. For a while, the two of us just stand and enjoy our snack. My eyes naturally drawn towards the ground in fear of making eye contact with Morgana. The silence is awful, but I don't know what to say. Almost as if she read my mind. Almost as if she read my mind. Morgana picks up the conversation. So, Alice, is there anyone in Wonderland that stands out to you the most? Someone that stands out to me the most? Well, everyone here is interesting to me in their own way, but I think I want to get closer to Skylar. The sarcastic layabout that never does anything. Are you for certain you've even talked with them? Hey, look, that sarcastic layabout and me, we're very much alike. So leave them alone. Of course I got to know them. Oh, that surprises me. Did they finally stay awake long enough to form a connection with someone? Tell me, what did you learn about them? They spend time growing flowers, they sleep a lot. They have a very interesting hobby. Would you like to hear about it? Not really, but I'll humor you. What is it? They grow flowers. I haven't seen it myself, but they tell me they have a flower garden. Having a green thumb is a real talent, and I can respect that. Personally, I can't even keep a succulent alive. I'm trying to think if I can keep a plant alive. I feel like I could and couldn't at the same time. It depends on how important the plant is. Because if I really care for the plant, then I'm a hyperfixate and make sure that plant is okay. But if I don't care for it, I'm just going to walk past it and forget it exists. Huh. Double-edged sword there. Morgana just stares down at me with a disapproving look. I was just joking around about the succulent. I rub the back of my neck. Woman owns a rose garden. I don't know. I guess it was a bad joke? How do you know if they're good at keeping flowers alive if you've never seen their garden with your own eyes? I don't know, Morgana. How do you know your gardeners are good at keeping plants alive if you've never seen them work with your own eyes? Two can play this game. But why would they lie about it? That would be unusual. Alice, you trust way too easily. I mean, she does. But, shut up. Let my girl be a little too naive. She's fine. Just because someone tells you something doesn't mean you should believe it. Those are some nicely roses in the back, freshly painted. Yeah, it's because she's the Queen of Hearts' daughters. So, it's the rose garden, and we're playing croquet, which Alice sucks at. The funniness of her being like, yeah, Alice, you're way too trusting. You are so naive, my girl. And I'm like, okay. I know I've been making fun of her for it, but come on. Doesn't mean you should believe it. How childish do you have to be to trust so blindly? I have no defense for you, Alice. Just play croquet. I actually haven't thought about it in years. I don't know how to play croquet. I feel like croquet is one of those, certain people in certain groups play it. Know the rules to it and stuff. It's like pool, where there's, a majority that knows it, but, anyone outside that majority doesn't know it. Because, I don't know the rules to pool, but I've had friends that play pool. Yeah. Kind of. I don't want to say it, but yeah. Well, that's just rude. Sorry, I'm not super nosy. Alice. Alice, have you forgotten that Skylar literally thought we were a criminal when we first met? Yep, she's completely forgotten. Her head is empty. She has no thoughts. Not wanting to start another... Though I do suspect croquet might be more popular among the middle class, pretending to be rich than the rich themselves. Yeah, I agree with that statement. Because, yeah, it seems like a lot of more middle class. Those guys with, the fancy watches type of people. like, I don't know anybody that plays croquet, honestly. Trying to think of like what sports are like most common with people I know. And honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is like soccer. Kickball. I know me and my family are weird because we're not very sporty people. We have like 7 bookshelves, okay? Filled with books. And there's more in the garage. But one thing we do together, and one thing we're actually doing for my birthday, is we're going to go mini golfing. Because it's like simple enough to play and fun enough to play with a family. And we mostly like talking about it. We like going to weird ones. When we were on vacation, it started when we were on vacation. We went to, specifically, last time everyone I used to play with, though I do know one guy who's super into curling of all things. Huh. It is based. Okay, so this started with like, we were on vacation and we wanted to do something fun, and there was like a pirate themed mini golf right next to where we were staying, next to our hotel. So we go play it, and then it gets us intrigued of like, well, this is pirate themed. What other like mini golf themes are there? We found a dinosaur one. We found a deranged Peter Pan one. When I tell you deranged, he was deranged. So it's now become just a sort of thing for us to go find a themed mini golf and play it. Check it out. If it's fun, talk about the theme of it, and whoever wins. So it's very fun. Now when to start a fight, I cross my arms and drop the topic. I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as there's someone that interests you, I shouldn't be mad. Let us continue our game, Alice. The conversation is the last time we speak together. The rest of our game is played in complete silence. After hearing what Morgana said, I decided that wasn't toaster had offered to grab me Steam and the lot of Steam. Oh yeah, the mini golf games that do that. Yeah. Literally, if my laptop wasn't toaster, there's so many games I would love to play. Like, Lethal Company. Would love to play it. Sounds hilarious as hell. With a group of friends, even better. I do not think my computer could run it. Especially with mods. There's so many games, though. And also, like, I've seen the mini golf games, and I would love to play them, especially, like, different maps. I think there was, like, a haunted house map on one of them. I believe Golf with Friends was what the game was. That just looked cool as hell. And I'm like, I could never play. This is fine. Yeah, never say never, you know. Upgrades way later down the line. Maybe one day. Really am. Yeah. Hey, my laptop's doing their best. My laptop has a name, by the way. Because I'm weird and I name my things. It also helps them work better. Just a personal opinion. But their name is Rosie. Why is that their name? I don't actually know. I just named her Rosie. I'm weird. After hearing what Morgana said, I decided to put more effort into my playing. But as one would expect, I haven't played croquet very often. Is Rosie also painted? No! Rosie is silver. However, she does have... Oh, this is awkward. Hold on. Yeah. She has a bunch of stickers on her that have like all different things. There's one sticker that's like the funniest, and it's you know the meme where it's like the old guy and he's like, guess I'll die, or guess I'll fall, like that type of thing. But it's his head is instead replaced with a dice, That's a nat 1. And it says, guess I'll die. And originally I got it for my old computer because my old computer was, at the time, dying. Really dying. Yeah. So, but, because they died and I got Rosie, I ended up putting it on there. And then I have a mushroom. And Sounds Gay, I'm in. Is another sticker I have on it. I just have a bunch of, like, random stickers that my sister either got for me or I just found cool and put it on. I think, if I recall correctly, the reason I named my laptop Rosie is because originally I paid for my own laptop. Get more stickers for it. Yeah, stickers are so cool. I love stickers for laptops. But I named her Rosie because the original, like, website thing said that they had the color in rose gold. And so I was going to get her in rose gold, but they were out. But they had her in silver. So I ended up getting the silver, but I still ended up calling her Rosie because my brain had already, supplied the name for me. So, thus, her name be Rosie. At least that's what I think happened. I'm not entirely sure. My memory is also a toaster. As one would expect, so my loss is inevitable. Looks like you lose, Alice. Haha, I guess you're right. Way to rub it in. Well, it's been a pleasure, Your Highness, but I should probably go home now. I agree. It's quite lost. Oh, quite lost. Yep. It's quite late. Don't get lost on your way back. Should I call for a guard to escort you out of the castle? No, thank you. I remember the way out. Home, sweet home. When I open the door, I immediately catch sight of Skylar lounging on the sofa. Seeing me, they send a blah 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 blah. I can speak, I swear. Seeing me, they send a finger guns gesture my way. Okay, that makes sense. Hello again, Alice. Hi, Skylar. I'm so glad I'm back. They reposition themselves upright, and I decide to join them on the couch. I bet. So, you want to talk about it? Well, to start with, I lost. I figured as much. Just hope it didn't bruise your ego too much, Alice. Of course it didn't. Sometimes I wonder if Skylar just wants to get a reaction out of me. So, that was just the start? Something else happened? Well, Morgana did go on an insult spree regarding Skylar, but I don't know if I should mention that. Well, I guess she kinda insulted him. Or them. Sorry, my bad. I guess kinda insulted them? I mean, not really, though. The only thing she said was like, the snarky layabout. Which I think Skylar would agree with. That does nothing, which I think also Skylar would agree with. And then started insulting Alice for being naive and dumb. So, it was more of an insult on us, really. It was the wrong girl to haunt here. Should I tell them? Tell them. Actually, we talked a bit during the game. Really? She wanted to talk? What was the conversation about? Nothing that much. But Princess Morgana said some things about you. Really? What did Princess Perfect say about me? She said that you're a sarcastic layabout that never does anything. She insulted me. Wow. I'm super flattered. Like I said, I had every thought that this would not mean anything to Skylar. But she could have picked something more insulting than my daily routine. I'm not about to let some sour princess ruin my view of you. I don't think they care. Good. Her opinion isn't worth it. Well. Okay. That yawn was not me trying to mimic the the game. I genuinely yawned there. I was so worried about his feelings. And Skylar just goes, delicious. Like, really, though? Skylar just does not care. But I also love just that yawn. That squeak was yawn? No, I said, well, and then I yawned. Which is what it says, as you can see. And then it made me laugh, and thus I squeaked because I was laughing. Because I was like, oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, I was like reading perfectly from the script there, aren't I? You woke me up from my nap, but it looks like it's actually bedtime. Bedtime? Is it really that late? Alice, you were just outside. Alice. Girl. Skylar shrugs. Late enough. I'm still going to bed, and nothing is going to stop me. Well, I guess I'll go to sleep too. Sounds like a plan. Good night, Alice. Good night. Skylar gives me a short wave and heads up the stairs. I can't believe I've been in Wonderland for 2 whole days now. Listen, Alice is a little slow. We have discovered this, yes. She be very slow. I love Alice so much, but she's also just like, why did I choose this human to haunt? I can't believe, I feel like I should make a smash cut of like all the moments where I'm just like, Alice, girl, come on. I can't believe I've been in Wonderland for 2 whole days now. It still honestly feels like it's all a dream. I know for sure now that it's not, yeah. Still, I wouldn't believe you if you told me I end up in some weird version of Wonderland where everyone is good looking. Especially Skylar. Honestly, I'm a little jealous. Get a flower crown. You know, maybe that's it. It's the appeal of the flower crown. They let me stay here with no problem, though, so I hope we become good friends. I can't wait to see what tomorrow will bring. I mean, honestly, she looks so discomforted, but she's dreaming of a hot girl, so I don't know how much. Well, I've been proven right almost immediately. That was the best sleep of my life. Well, time to get up. But I'm so comfy right now. Maybe I'll just lay here. This was me this morning. Wow, it's so quiet today. Open my eyes and look over at an empty kitchen. Reese? Lulu? Skylar? Where is everyone? I look at the coffee table right in front of me. What is this? I see a plate of food with a note next to it. It's from Lulu. Looks like I slept through breakfast again. Well, that explains why no one is here. They're probably busy. I should go look outside to see if Skylar's around. Yeah. You know, at least Skylar's probably around. Reese and Lulu, they could be who knows where. But Skylar's in the house somewhere. I go outside and look for Skylar. They must be in their garden. Do we get to see the garden? Look at the garden! Oh, that's very pretty. I mean, it said the sky was purple, but damn. This definitely giving dreamcore walking through a flower field. Look, put eyes on the flowers and it's the same aesthetic here. I walk into Skylar's garden to see Skylar watering the flowers. Hello, Skylar. Skylar jumps and drops their watering can. Alice, what are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack? Sorry, Skylar. I didn't mean to scare you. You know, for someone taller than me, you sure do walk silently. I do? I walk silently? That would explain how, That would explain why I'm always able to scare Edith all the time. I do this to my big sister. She'll like walk into a room and I'm doing something like to the kitchen and it'll be late at night, so I'll have all the lights off and she'll walk by and she'll be like, Jesus fuck, Sky. You know, the joke of, do we need to put a bell on you, has come up quite a bit. I've scared the dog before, I believe. Either that or I've been living with Reese for too long now. I could see Reese being super loud wherever she goes. Yeah, it's probably the second choice. Anyway, what brings you out here? Well, I slept in too late, so I was looking for everyone. Oh, right. Sorry about that. I was supposed to wake you up for breakfast, but I kind of slept in myself. Well, that explains that. But where are Lulu and Reese? I'm not sure, but they both went out today. So it's just the two of us? I've been told I need a bell. Yeah. 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 It's funny though, like seeing someone's reaction where you're just like, hello, they're like, you were there? How long have you been there? You know that meme that's like that's been, or trend or whatever that's been going around of like, I don't remember how the audio goes now, but they're like, have you been here the whole time? The friend's like, yeah. You didn't notice? Like, that's me with so many people. And mom, too. I've scared mom a lot. By accident. That's been me before. Yes. Do not mean to scare the mother on purpose. But her hearing is going, so I'll walk by and say something. She won't hear me, and I'll continue off of the conversation that I thought I started, and she'll hear the second part and go, oh, hello. When did you get here? Be like, always? I live here? I haven't ever said that, but that is a good response for it. Anyway, back to Alice. You know, I want to say she's being forward with the, so it's just the two of us? But, like, it's Alice. Remember one time I walked behind a buddy of mine from school entrance and he noticed me until I got to his. I've done that before. Walking behind someone and waiting till they notice you and they're like, oh my god. It got even funnier because most of, like, when I was in elementary school, because it's, like, definitely it was during the time where I was kind of very quiet, I would get there super early in the morning, and one of my friends also got there in the morning, but our other friends did not. So we'd go to class, and then it'd be recess time, and I'd just, like, stand by their classroom door, and they were all getting out, and be like, hey! And be like, oh my god! Sky! Oh my god, hey! It's great to see you! I'm like, Jesus. I've scared teachers before. I scare a lot of people. I believe I was told you're as quiet as a mouse several times. Several times. Well, us and my plants. Now that Sky's pointed it out, the garden is very nice. They have a lot of different, beautiful flowers. I've never seen your garden before. It's very lovely. I'm concerned if you had seen their garden before, Alice. Will the script pairs well with the screen? Shush. Shush, shush, shush. But I was gonna say, yeah, Alice would be concerned if you saw it before. You've been here for like 3 days, okay? And in one of those you had to spend with Morgana, and the first day was when you first arrived. So, this is the third day. You bet it's lovely. I can tell you put a lot of hard work into this garden. Yeah, I mean, it looks very pretty. Yeah, I have. Skylar looks at their plants and smiles at them. By the way, if you had said anything bad about my plants, I would have kicked you out of the house. I don't doubt that for a second. If that happened, I would have laughed at Alice, unfortunately. Skylar and I laugh together. But I'm serious about the plants. Yeah! He is! He's giving similar vibes to Basil, but has the, Like, he looks like Basil, but he has the personality of, like, Audrey when she was a kid. I believe her name is Audrey. God, I have a Mori, too! I wonder if I can play a Mori. If my computer will let me live stream a Mori. We probably will! I haven't been able to play through a Mori entirely. Just because I never had time for it, but I did watch the ending. But I have wanted to play it for myself. Because I remember I'd originally got it for myself. And then I kept putting off playing it because I was actually going to sit down and record it. But then the recording refused to work. And then I just went on with life and never ended up sitting down playing it. Not too resource. So yeah, maybe it might allow me to do it. Because I'm using a different program than the original one that I was using to try and record stuff. So it might be able to work. Cause that'd be really fun to play. I'm serious about that. We probably are gonna get trauma from this though. All the other, like, the bunnies have had trauma, so this worries me. Wow. Oh yeah. The only person that I remembered going into the game. I mean, when the Nikki is definitely old enough that it can basically run on anything. Yeah, I want to play Nikki too. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. Give me a second. I have it written down, but I don't trust myself to remember where I have it written down. Nikki. There. You can be in the corner there. But yeah, Nikki. Also another one I want to play. Wow, Skylar sure does love their garden. Note to self, never say anything bad about their plants. I don't think you should say anything bad about plants. Yeah, unless it's actively trying to kill you, I don't think you should talk bad about plants. Skylar picks up a bag of fertilizer and shakes it. They sigh and shake their head. Well, looks like I'm out of fertilizer. Who was it the only person you remembered? Oh, I only remembered that the Cheshire Cat of this game, Catherine, has a sad backstory. She was the only one that I remembered being vaguely like, oh, hers is kind of sad, but it's not that bad. Don't quote me on that, because I don't remember. I just remember the CGI of it, okay? But now, like, going through Wendy and going through Lulu, and both of them being like, yeah, so my dad left me, makes me wonder if all of them have some traumatic backstory that I just blocked out of my brain and only chose to remember Catherine because she looks very beautiful in her CGI. I'm gonna hate myself if that's the reason. So I'm very worried. You want to come with me, Alice? Where to? The bazaar. I'm still not sure what the bazaar is, but I'm going. But going means I can get out of the house for a little bit. I haven't got to explore Wonderland yet. Plus, I don't want to be left alone. Sure, I'll go with you. Great, let's get out of here. We leave Lulu's house and head to the bazaar. We're here. I look around and see tons of little shops and vendors. Guess my world and Wonderland have some similarities. Skylar, this place is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Skylar starts walking through the crowd, making a beeline towards one specific stall. Making sure I don't get left behind, I quickly run up behind them. We finally stop in front of the stall supplied with gardening supplies. Hello, Skylar. How is my favorite customer? Are you here to purchase more flower seeds? Skylar lets out a quiet sigh under their breath. No thanks. I'm just here for some fertilizer. Really? Are you sure that's all for today? If it makes you pretty, so most common reason anyone does anything. Makes you feel better, yeah. I mean, I am pretty. Specifically made my model pretty because, you know, she's pretty. So I messed up thinking about it, yeah. But yeah, woman pretty. A. There are, surprisingly, despite being aromantic, there are several women, and men for that matter, where if they told me, hey, you, go rob a bank, I would do it in a heartbeat. Granted, all these people are fictional, so it's not like they're actually going to tell me to do that. But had they come to life, I probably would. No. Okay. I felt like I needed to cough when I laughed, and then I didn't need to cough. The shopkeeper glances at me. What do you want? I see you. Oh, hello. I see you brought a cute little lady with you today. Are you sure you don't want to purchase some flowers for her? High school, me and a few friends drew up a mostly joking, list of men where being attracted to them wasn't gay. Yeah. That gives off the same vibes of like, Lulu Bunny isn't furry bait type of thing. But yeah, hey, I can admit when people are hot though. It's funny. It's so funny because before I thought I was like aromantic or like processed being aromantic, I had like mom and big sister would see hot guy on TV and be like, oh my god, you know, oh, he's so hot, things like that. And I just always like roll my eyes, be like, oh, they're fawning over a guy again, type of thing. And like now I'm like, oh, well, this would be why. But I can't even say that because meanwhile I'm over here like, fictional guy, please be mine. Not really. But it's still very funny. Anyway. This always made me uncomfortable. So I used to have a friend where he was gay. I mean, I get the same way. Most celebs, I feel nothing but anime white. I mean... Hey. Yes. The anime waifus and the anime husbandos be built differently. Literally, though. But I've been in this, like, situation before where somebody's been like, oh my god, you two are totally dating. Do you want to get a thing for your girlfriend? I'm just there like, we aren't dating. He's like a brother to me. That's disgusting. I've never said it's disgusting. I've just stated that he's like a brother to me, and which he knew. Given we would very quite easily be like, aw, you know how much I love you. I love you too. Which I hate your ass. I think we confused a lot of people. Because we were so close. But this always made me uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tried not to do when they brought it up of like, oh, are you two dating? Was try to like, make the guy feel bad. In this certain case, the guy I was with was gay and only liked men. And I, at the time, presented as a female. So obviously I was not his type by any means. So I was good to laugh and be like, oh, no, we're not dating. But, like, for other guys where that's accidentally happened via their friends, other people, things like that, I've mostly been like, oh, we're just friends. And then let it sit. I've never, like, actively laughed unless I was absolutely certain, you know, it wouldn't hurt their feelings to laugh. Because I always find it sad when there's, like, the guy that clearly has a crush on the girl, and I'm not saying in this case you did, but just, even if you don't have a crush on a girl, it would, like, hurt for anyone to be like, dating you, you know? Like, wow, thanks, that feels great for my ego there. Nope, I just want my fertilizer. Oh my god, the shopkeeper's doubling down. Sure, I bet she'd love some lovely flowers. Yeah, I was thinking of finding nothing but oof, exactly. It's like a blow to your pride when somebody does that. So, like, unless I'm absolutely certain it's not gonna hurt their pride or hurt their self-esteem in any way, I will just, you know, gently be like, oh no, we're just friends. Or play it off. I think I've played it off, like, once, of like, oh, haha. And then talk to them later of like, I know we're just friends, but at the time it seemed easier to laugh it off. Are you okay? Because I try to be very attentive and caring to my friends. Oh, I'll even give it them for half the, as long as this pretty girl gives me a smile. Okay. We've ventured out of, hey, don't you want to get your girlfriend some flowers? Let me pressure you to get your girlfriend some flowers too. Creepy territory. I saw a thing that was like, why do girls get so offended when you say they look better without makeup? And a dude responding with, 'cause it's rude? And I was like, thank you. Like, dude, I wear makeup. Like, me specifically, I wear makeup just to be bold. I have, like, green eyeshadow, okay? And, little... Yeah, advanced warning is much better than... It's just hard in certain situations of just being hit with it out of the blue. I've always been in the opinion of, like, hey, just because two people are close, don't assume they're dating and don't point it out. Like, this creator that I didn't really watch, but she came up on my feed a couple times. She had a video that was like, oh, these two high school kids, and they shared a pencil together. Exactly! It is a hit to someone's ego as an artist. I mean, I can't do eyeliner at all. But some other people, men, women, that can do eyeliner, the amount of work and talent that goes into that is incredible. Like, appreciate their art, man. Don't say they look better without makeup. Shut up. Like, appreciate how good they look. Because chances are they're not doing it for you as well. But, yeah, it's... What was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah, she had the video of, like, the high schooler sharing a pencil, and I was like, they just shared a pencil. Why are you assuming that they're, like, in love and gonna date? Ugh. Because it happens way too often of where people look at two people just being close together and be like, dating, I'm calling it. And it specifically happens a lot more with girl and boy relationships, which sucks as well, because it's like a double standard too. Two girls could be all over each other and they'll be like, what bestest of friends they are. It's like, dude, 2 seconds ago she said hi to a guy and you were so certain she was dating him. What is happening? It's one of those things that just annoys me to no end, because it's like, you don't know them. please don't assume. Please don't make your comments known at all. If you have the thought of maybe they're dating, like, example, Mom and I were at IKEA, and these two older women sat down next to us in the, like, little, the little cafe area, there were seats and stuff, and they had a rainbow bag. And in my head, I was like, oh, maybe they're a couple. But did I voice that out loud? No. Did I even mention I thought they were a couple? No, because it's none of my business. I was just happy to see the rainbow bag. And my mom was like, yeah, I think we passed some of those. Do you want the rainbow bag? I now have a rainbow bag. And now I'm just like, those two women seem chill. Like, because it just seems more polite to just keep it to yourself. Sorry for going on a rant. But, like, really, this is such a thing that's just like, especially for aromantics, where they're just next to their friend, and people are like, oh my god, you two must be dating. And they're like, no. Thank you. Imagine that's I renamed the stream to just this guy rants about society for undisclosed amount of time. No. Let's get back to the actual game and hope the shopkeeper stops being creepy. Yeah. It's like I'm not going to say any more on it because I'll go on for like another half hour. He sends a large wink. Oh, creepy. Rather than be embarrassed, I roll my eyes. Good on you, Alice. Skylar takes a large bag of fertilizer and flops it onto the surface in front of him. 1 bag, please. The shopkeeper gives them a fake pouty face while looking between me and them. You're gonna break her heart, sir. Completely unfazed, Skylar throws a wad of money on the table. Nope, I think she'll be fine. Thank you. Goodbye. With that, we walk away from the stall. To be fair, in the past half hour I've been here, shared like 4 things that could easily be found in videos. Really, though? I think, like, my intro video literally states that, like, yeah, some stories are probably going to be repeated often. 'Cause unless it's something I am actively trying to hide, I'm pretty much an open book. And even when it's something I'm trying to hide, it's like nothing bad per se. It's more, this is personal to me, and I don't really feel comfortable with others knowing it. Type of thing. But when it's like, what's your gender? Fully okay with people knowing that. And I think also for me, it's like, if I try to hide certain parts of me, like my gender, my sexuality, I feel bad for people who don't get that representation. Because, oh my god, there are ace creators, for sure. But a lot of them hide the fact they're asexual because, well, people's response to it is horrible. And there's even less aromantic creators. Much less the sub-aromantic creators. So I want them to also feel like, hey, now you have a friend here, along with the neurodivergence. Y'all are welcome too. Welcome. I'm a dumbass who has both. Don't mind me. But I try to at least be open so that people don't feel like they have to hide. Because just imagine I did the festival video, but without mentioning that I have sensory issues. For people, they could speculate, oh, maybe they have sensory, or like maybe the reason it was so loud was because they have sensory issues, maybe they're neurodivergent. And I feel bad for that. Like, no. Honey, you can state those. I'm here for you. You're safe here. You can talk about your issues here. Stuff like that. Does that make me sound conceited? I'm not trying to be. I just know, like, when I was figuring this stuff out, I wish there could have been someone who maybe didn't know everything, but at least could give me some idea of what was happening. Like, the idea of maybe someone who doesn't realize anything clicking on, like, the festival video and being like, oh, I have that too, and going into a rabbit hole from there fills my heart up with, like, happiness. Because it's like, you shouldn't have to hide something from yourself or feel like you can't find yourself. Because that was me for so long, going through, like, am I pansexual? Am I bisexual? Am I, aromantic never came up as an option until way later down the line, much less KoYoMi. So, I want people to have less of a hard time finding things like that. So that's why it's very easy to find. And also, I'm just, again, open book. With that, we walk away from the stall. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Sky, that people suck. Sky is such an easy nickname for you, but Sky is also technically who I am. We're at a crossroads here, Skylar. Mentally exhausted from our encounter, we look for somewhere to rest. Skylar puts the bag of fertilizer on the ground. We sit down. People have strong opinions that someone's gender or sexuality has always confused me. I always feel like such a child. Though then again... I'm with you, because I'm there too, of like, why people have such strong opinions about their gender and sexuality. I saw a video talking about a trans man who was confused about why people were protesting, while people were essentially asking for more, because for him, he was like, we already got this much. Why would you ask for more? I don't get it. Until he was like, well, because you could have more. Because younger generations could have more. And that kind of changed my worldview of that. And yeah, well, unless it's like an obviously, oh, this is not a sexuality, this is just nonsense? Not really nonsense, but clearly bad. If you come to me with whatever gender, whatever sexuality, I'll just be like, cool, I'm happy for you. And I think representation is such a big thing, especially now, because a lot of people take influences from TV. A lot of people take influences from what they watch, from anime, things like that. And not being able to see yourself can be hard. Feeling out of place can be hard, and it leads to worse things down the road. Because I've definitely struggled with, why do I feel different? Why am I different? Why don't I fit? I've had friends who were mad at me because I would rather hang out with my brothers than hang out with them. And at the time, being I was in elementary school. Being in elementary school, I was just like, because they're my brothers? Because I love them and I want to play with them? Why is this a problem? And I realize now it's because they felt like I wouldn't choose them over my brothers. And the answer is yeah. My brothers understood me a lot more than they ever did. Because I could see myself in my brothers. Because my brothers could see themselves in me. I'm specifically talking about neurodivergent there. Not really sexuality, but I think it's kind of the same of like feeling heard. That's how I see it, at least. That sounds cryptid as hell, but you know, here we are. Oh. Skylar puts the bag of fertilizer on the ground and we sit down on a bench and relax. What was up with that shopkeeper? He's just like that. I just ignore anything he says at this point. You mean to tell me you keep coming here despite his terrible attitude? Trust me, if there was another place I could get better gardening tool supplies, I would ditch that guy without a second thought. Unfortunately, he has the best shop around. Someone sits down next to me. Oh, hello. I turn to see Lulu. This game, man. Because now I can't look at Lulu or Wendy the same, because the only thing that comes to my mind is, so you're the one whose father left at 16. Oh. Hello, Alice. Skylar. Skylar smiles and waves at Lulu. I guess this is where Lulu disappeared to. Hello, Lulu. What brings you here? I ran out of ingredients for dinner tonight, so I came to buy some groceries. That's a pretty important reason to shop. Hello, Skylar. If you need any help with dinner, let me know. Thank you, Alice. That's very nice of you to offer. Did you stop by your bakery today, Lulu? No, not today. Wow, she has a bakery? That's amazing. We totally didn't have access to this information. We have never seen Lulu before in our life. I thought Lulu liked to cook. I didn't know she had her own shop. Why are the two of you out here anyway? Skylar ran out of fertilizer, so we got some. Skylar pats the bag of fertilizer on the ground for emphasis. Oh, I see. Well, I should head home and start making dinner. See you when you get back. Skylar and I wave goodbye to Lulu. How much longer do you want to stay for? A little longer, I think. Is that okay? Sure, just let me rest for a bit. Sure, no problem. Skylar slumps over the bench. Oh no, are they okay? I try shaking them, but I get no response. Skylar, are you okay? As a writer. Yes. I've had the same worries. One thing, like, for me, especially with representation regarding, like, I feel like if you want representation, don't harass indies. Don't harass people who are clearly just making their own story, making their own place. Harass big companies, because they have the power to do that. Some people don't have the power to create new characters. Some people don't have, like, artistic ability to create somebody with prosthetic arm. For writers, it can be hard to write about a topic when you don't know much about it, and even if you do a million research, you can overthink yourself into a spiral of, but am I really representing them right? So I'm 100% in the opinion of, if you want representation, don't harass indies. Harass big companies. And I've also had that worry too of, like, one thing that, like, got me on that was writing. I never once thought about the skin color of my characters. Like, my characters were just their characters and personality and name and who they were as people, never what they looked like. Having to sit down and be like, so what are they? Was so hard for me. And it is also, like, people who find your stuff and really care about your stuff will care more about the personality of the characters less than representation. They'll praise the representation as well, but they will care more about the personality. And also Twitter just Twitter sucks. It's crazy, like, I knew Twitter sucks, and then, like, I joined Twitter simply because I was like, oh, I'm making a YouTube channel. I need a place where, you know, to give updates and things. And then, like, maybe not even a month on it, I was like, okay, I'm leaving Twitter. Hell no, Twitter sucks. I do not blame you one bit. Skylar, are you okay? Nothing. Still no response. I think he just fell or hold on. Okay. I think they just fell asleep. Nothing. Still no response. What is happening? Okay, stay calm, Alice. It's gonna be okay. Just as I'm about to panic, Skylar, that's out of that store. I told you. Oh. They're just asleep. Good. I'm glad. I thought they were hurt. Well, I guess I'll let Skylar rest. In the meantime, I might as well look around. If that flower shop guy tries to harass us, smack him. Yeah, companies aren't people, so long as you aren't doing shit like when Stealer exists to fill it. Yeah. Having a default makes total sense, and then you're just like, wait, this matters? Hold on. Like, I had to, like, think about, because also I built my own world as well, so I'm like you in the sense I was like, I had to think about sun and what made sense. But yeah, companies aren't people, and they have the power to at things and not do dumb things. I agree. Like, what TV show was it? I don't remember. There was some TV show that pissed me off so much because they reduced that asexuality was just a problem with erectile dysfunction. I was so pissed. I was like, you are a big TV show that a lot of people enjoy. How dare you? But yeah, big companies have the ability to do things. Then, yeah. Trying to think. Because I struggle with, like, any character design. Because it's not just skin tone, it's, like, hair color. Like, the only things I really know is, like, their defining features, such as one character is a certain type of creature, so their eyes don't have pupils in them. I know that's a feature, but anything else about them, I don't know anything. Yeah. Yep. Pissed me off so much. And when I was telling Mom about it, she was just like, well, that's just how it is sometimes. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm not allowed to be mad that they are actively trying to literally do ace erasure? Okay. Thanks, Mom. It's not her fault. She just hasn't experienced things like that, so doesn't know anything about it. But yeah, I only know, like, character details. Because that was the other thing of, like, certain characters are from certain backgrounds because I focus on supernatural stuff. So it's like, well, this character isn't human, but they're humanoid. Do they have, like, special patterns on their skin? Or because honestly, I just never thought of anything like that. It's like, the demons have horns and tails that are unique to each of them. Alright, what's their hair color like? Fuck if I know! I think one of my biggest problems is I default to red hair. Art projects with your parks. long a leg is. Also go with very green. Yeah, exactly. You're like, I know some things. Can I get away with the some things? Why do I have to tell you how tall they are? I don't know how tall they are. What's their weight? I don't know. Ask them to get on a scale. Maybe they'll tell you. I don't know. It's also so complex. And it's good to know those things. Like, obviously, as a writer, it's good to know. But it just also just feels very pressuring of, like, have I made too many characters with black hair? Because that's what I default to. Or red hair. Is that character's, like, design too similar to this character's design? Should I change that? They're different species. Like, the only ones that I have, like, definitively in my head of what they look like is only because I used a, creator. Not creator tool, but, Monster Girl creator. And I happened to make a character with it that I was like, oh my god, this would be a great idea for a character. And so, they are the only one I know what they look like. And then everyone else is just a giant question mark with a few features surrounding them. Being careful not to walk too far away from the bench, I continue to browse the stalls. Eventually, my feet stop in front of a building. I look up at the sign to see where I am. The feather pillow. Walking up to the door, I peek through the windows. Where? And also, I cheated with some character design stuff because every town altos still look kind of the same. So when I don't describe something, just generally share the same handful of features. Fair enough, fair enough. I feel you on that. I think I have an entire species where I'm just like, they all look alike, okay? Leave me alone. I made way too many different, like, fractions for myself. I was like, yeah, you got a royal family here. You got a shitty royal family there. You got a bunch of angels here. A bunch of demons there. Oh, and imps exist now. Why do imps exist? Imps didn't originally exist. I needed to give her a mother. Fuck. Because that happens too of, like, okay, main character. I have their story all planned out. Okay, side characters. Oh, I guess I should flesh out their story a little more so I have a general idea of how they got here and where they're going. Who gave birth to you? Oh, the squeak. I'm sorry. I feel bad for anyone's ears with that squeak. That was really loud. That sounded like a fire alarm when it's dying. Here we go, let me be a new voice actor. Squeak! Here for the role of the fire alarm. I like laughing at myself. Oh. But yeah, it gets like, what do you look like? I had to, oh my god. See, I want a day I could do. Yeah, I did the same thing. I built this entire world and then turned around and was like, wait, why did I do this? Why did I do this? And it's like, fair enough, you're not gonna know a lot of these character things, but at the same time, you need to have those character things written down, because if you don't, you could accidentally end up having discrepancies within the story, which is annoying as hell. And also when you're just like, yeah, I want to have witches in my story. Dude, that sounds awesome. But you also gave other people just firepower. So you have to explain what makes witches different from, magical people. I explained it of like, they can't use magic freely. They use mana and they use spellbooks. But having to lay out that magic system was so much. And I'm like, no one's gonna know this. No one's ever gonna see this. And yet, I have to have it written down so I don't screw up. I love my character model just bugs out occasionally. Like, anytime I move my head, I think it's just because how many polygons she is. She won't, like, go full down where I am. So it's just funny to watch her bob her head up and down. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. Even that's a great example. When I was building Sky at night, I was just like, let me just use the assets, find what I think looks cool, and just use it. Like, if I could go back now, I'd change Sky's shirt, because I don't like it. I don't like the design on him. But, you know, too late now. When we get actual models, it'll change. But I'm really bad at, like, this. And not going back and being like, but this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. I created my own line of creatures. Oh, that sounds so easy. Yeah, no, I rooted mine in reality, which I don't know why I did that. That was stupid of me, but it makes sense within the story because technically the story is that this is literally connected to Earth. This is a parallel world to Earth. So it had to have grounds in reality in some way. Ugh. But also having to explain, like, some of the magic I can get away with. Because I did give myself... There are other gods. There are mini gods, there are minor gods, but there are two, like, giant-ass gods who rule everything. And Miss Giant-ass God was like, well, humans suck. I tried to save them. They kept starting wars. I've given up. Built an entire parallel world connected to Earth, and was like, I'm gonna pay attention to this one instead, which is where all the supernatural creatures are now. And thus I had to write the entire history. I was like, okay, so this is this happened then. At one point, witches left supernatural world and were given permission to come into the Earth world. The Salem witch trials happened, and they said, oh, no, that was bad idea. Ran back. So I had to root it in reality for several parts. But I love that, like, why does the parallel world exist? Because she's a god. How does a god have this power? She's a god. Like, her gender isn't even a she. She just happens to be a she when the story begins because she felt more mothering. They have no gender. They just like taking on random forms and being like, you know, I look good like this. Fair enough. Yeah, when you have some gods in the mix, you just can just go, gods be gods. Hell if I know. How are they the two gods married? I don't know. They're gods. Like, the only... Nah, no, none of her magic I've had to clarify. And also I love because it's like, oh, well, if you have this god clearly influences the world in some way. It's like, nope. She gave up on the humans, because the humans were starting wars and stuff. She gave up on the supernaturals, because the supernatural society religion was the most important thing to them. And now she literally built a glass house, like a greenhouse, next to her for the very, very few beings that she actually likes, that when they pass away, she'll bring to the little greenhouse and be like, okay, you stay there, as if they're a little pet. Just really adorable, but also so concerning. Don't get me wrong, I love world building. But it sucks when you have to do complicated stuff. I mean, technically I haven't done any world building for Sky or Knight's lore. I've just like got the main stuff down and been like, hopefully that works. Don't question why they have a skyship. Don't do that. They have a skyship. Shush. Stuff, I need to reread a few things to see if I some parallels between your stories and mine without being spoilers. Ooh. I think there's gonna like a lot of people be like, tropes suck, you know. Why so many tropes? But also tropes help us with foundations and world building and stuff, so it's like, deal with the trope. This is such slow burn. You know, the misunderstanding trope, and you're like, does the misunderstanding make sense? Well, yes. Would they theoretically not be able to clear up the misunderstanding with how the story's written? Well, yeah, then shut up. Let the trope be the trope. Okay? Exactly. I really get tired of people just being like, this trope is just like, there are tropes that are inherently bad. Like the couple that really shouldn't be together trope. Well, it depends how it's used. If the couple that really shouldn't be together trope is being used as this is a good example, that's a bad thing. But if it's being used as this is the villains, that's not bad. That's pretty understandable. But yeah, expand on them. Stop hating on tropes just because they exist. That's all I gotta say. I love how I say these things like I've written a book. I have not written a book. I've written some short stories that have all been connected and a bunch of behind the scenes things, but never actually sat down and wrote full on book. I vaguely see a front desk and a waiting area with couches and a fireplace. Is this a hotel? Wait, there probably aren't any hotels in Wonderland. An inn, perhaps? Stepping away. Writing hard. Words aren't real. Yes. For sure. Writing be hard. You're like, I just want my characters to do the fun character things. What do you mean I gotta write build-up for it? Why do I have to write build-up? Build-up sucks. Seriously, though. I'm like, I know where the story's gonna go. I know what points there's gonna be transitions and stuff. What do you mean I have to actually write it? What do you mean I have to figure out the actual timing of things? Why do I gotta do that? Because that's what being a writer is, Sky. I don't want to be a writer. Oh, I saw someone be like, writers, what everyone thinks writers are, and it's like, you know, pristine, fashionable, dark academia clothes and stuff. What writers actually are, it's just hoodies and loungewear and circles under their eyes, and I'm like, yep. For real though. I feel like the writers that dress up all fancy are only dressing up fancy because their book just got released and they have to go to like a release party and stuff. You're like, oh, okay. I gotta look for good for this one. But other than that, mostly we're just like, Why thing no be thinking? Why word not be wording? I swear this sentence sounded good just a few days ago. Why doesn't it sound good now? Oh, or that thing where you like write a sentence that you're like, I'm so proud of myself. That sentence looks so good there. Sounds so great. And then you scroll down and you realize, or you scroll up or down, depending on how your writing style is. And you realize you've written that sentence a few paragraphs before or after. And you're just like, God damn it. It was a good line. No, I gotta erase it. Stepping from the door, I glance at Skylar's sleeping figure still on the couch. Looking up at the sky, I can tell the sun is starting to set. Maybe I could go in and ask for a room for Skylar and me. I don't know when they'll wake up, and it's It's really fun editing and find something you have zero memory of writing. For real, though. God, my ADHD sucks with that, especially. I'll write little notes to myself, especially when writing, because I'll use, like, the comments feature. And so I'll be scrolling down and I'll see a comment. I'm like, oh, did I put some extra lore here? Did I put something I didn't write down on the main lore pages? And I'll just look to it and be like, erase this, dumbass, it doesn't work. Be like, I don't remember writing you. Or you scroll down a paragraph, I'm like, this sounds so great. Why does it slowly sound like nonsense? Hold on, wait a minute. When did I write this? I have so many notebooks. Like, quite literally, the top shelf and middle shelf. Like, the right side is purely dedicated to notebooks that have all different types of writings in them, where I'm like, did I write that? That was a good line. Or, that was the stupidest line I've ever written. Depends. You don't wake up, and I don't know I'm prepared to wait until it gets dark to find out. Actually. I love how the stream has slowly devolved into two writers talk about what being a writer is, and everyone else is just like, okay. There's a game. No, there's not. Oh. I find it so funny. This popped in my head because I said no, there's not. I feel like I would be the type of creator that would accidentally gaslight my viewers. Like, accidentally. They'd be like, isn't this coming up? And I'd be like, no. That doesn't exist. What are you guys talking about? And they'd be like, it does exist, I just forgot that it exists. Everyone's like, in Sky, it does exist. It does? My bad. Oops. Hey. Let it go. Please. I wonder if I should stay at this inn. I'm sure it's hard for Skylar to continue to entertain me if they're able to fall asleep on a dime. What should I do? Get a room for tonight? Wait Skylar up? Stay at the inn. Let's get a room for tonight. My worries. I've done that. I had someone ask me, what are you talking about? Yeah. For sure. For sure. Like, I don't mean to gaslight you. I'm sorry. I forgot myself. I've literally told my big sister that I gaslight myself more often than you think. Because my brain's also just a dick to me. So I'll be like, yeah, I left my coffee or I left my phone right there. And then I'll walk away and I'll come back and I'll be gone. I'll be like, it was right there. My brain would be like, no, it's not. What do you mean, no, it's not? It's not. Where did it go? I don't know. You put it somewhere. What do you mean I put it somewhere? It was right there. My brain and I are the equivalent of, you're gonna tell me what I need to do and you're gonna tell me right now. Nuh-uh. The fuck you mean nuh-uh? We are that meme constantly. My worries aside, we should probably focus on the problem at hand. It'd probably be better for Skylar to sleep on a bed than trying to sleep on a bench. I wonder how much a room would cost. That's right. Cost. I don't have any money. Even if I wanted to get us a room, I have no way of paying for it. Looks like Skylar will just have to sleep on that bench. I sit back down, I notice the sun has completely set. Jeez, it's gone pretty late, hasn't it? I can't just wake them up and go home either. I've already tried that. Relaxing into the bench, I watch as the shop owners light the lamps on their stalls. Even though it's evening, the bazaar is just as busy as it was when we arrived. I also noticed that more people are getting into buildings than visiting the stalls. It must be dinner time. I look next to me to see Skylar slowly rising. Oh, he's alive! Thank goodness they're finally awake. Are you okay? Skylar gives a stretch and starts trying to pop their bones. That was a fake yawn this time. Well, apparently my throat did not like that. I was like, how dare you fake yawn? Yes, I'm okay, but what happened? You fell asleep. I know that. I hear a loud pop from Skylar's shoulder, followed by a satisfied sigh. What happened while I was out? I can see that you let me sleep until it was dark. Skylar starts to roll their neck back and forth. Just what kept you so busy that you left me vulnerable for so long? Nothing much happened, actually. Really? Then why did you wait for me to wake up on my own? You could have just, woken me up. I tried. You just kept sleeping. Oh. Sorry. It's fine, don't worry about it. Skylar stretches. This must be me, though, for real. It's like, oh, I slept in late? You could have just woken me up. Skylar. Sky. Both of you. We tried. I think my mom has said that to me multiple times. Just like, at some point, you gotta let it go. Skylar stretches their legs forward before hopping off the bench. Okay, I won't. But we should get home. It's getting pretty late, and I'm sure Lulu will start worrying about us if we stay too long. If we hurry, we might make it in time for dinner. Damn it. That wasn't actually on. I was starting to get hungry. Thankfully, you woke up before I got too desperate. Skylar stands still for a moment, their ears drooping slightly. They quickly pick up the bag of fertilizer and start walking. Like creature capable of waking up someone for their ready. Yes. Oh my god. My poor big sister. It was a really busy week at work. So it's finally her day off. So you know what she plans to do? She plans on sleeping in, relaxing. My big sister owns a pup. But she's also the family pup. Laura. And Laura decides she needs to go out. And when does she decide this? At 6 a.m. in the morning. Needless to say, big sister did not get to sleep in. Thanks to her fur baby. I think Casey has given up trying to wake me up, though. For real. I felt so bad. And the thing is, it's not like, oh, why don't you or your mom take Laura out? We've tried. Laura is so picky. If my big sister is home, she will only be let out by big sister. She refuses to go out for anyone else. But if she's not home, me and mom will do. And Casey's the same. She'll only go out for mom if she's awake and at home. Other than that, she'll go out for me or my big sister. And even then, that's a maybe. Sometimes she'll just refuse. They're very picky. We have more than once compared them to toddlers. And a kraken is Casey's nickname, and piranha is Laura's nickname. So, you can guess their personalities as well. All the more reason to get going. We start to walk towards the exit of the bazaar together. The whole journey, Skylar was walking just a few steps ahead of me. Every now and then I catch their head peeking backwards to make sure I'm still following. Can you say you've bonded with someone you aren't best buddies, though? Fair enough. It's so funny because I'll be sitting on the couch or like on this it's not really the love seat that we have in our dining room for right now, and I'll just hear mom or big sister be like, "Oh, we have synchronized peeing," because Laura and Casey will be being together. I'm like, okay. I mean, I understand. It's funny. It's cute. That's whatever. But also, yes, Laura goes out, big sister goes body. Like, Laura will let me let her in. She's quite okay with that. If only so she can immediately run back to her mother. And Casey will let me let her in. If only so she can immediately run back to our mother. Casey is so funny. I will cuddle with mom because mom needs a hug or something. And she will stare at us and actively try to put her body between me and mom. And I'm like, I had her first. Excuse me? She's my mother too. It's like, no. How dare you? It's very funny. Every now and then I catch their heads peeking backwards to make sure I'm still following. Once we reach the gates of the house, Skylar drops the bag of fertilizer on the ground. The closer we get to the front door, the more I catch the scent of food coming from the inside. Food sounds good. The moment we walk through the doors, we're greeted by Lulu. Welcome home, you two. I was just about to go looking for both of you. No need, we're here. And thank goodness for that. Go ahead and sit down at the table. I just finished preparing dinner. Thank you, Lulu. Skylar and I walk over to the kitchen. Unsure of where to sit, so I stand next to the table with a plate of food in my hands. Noticing my discomfort, Skylar gestures to the seat next to them. This one's open. I quickly put down my plate in front of the seat and pull out the chair. Damn. So their dining room table. We can't see from behind them. But their dining room table has 4 chairs. Okay, this is gonna sound stupid. There are 3 people. And it's like, yeah, Sky, dining room chairs typically have 4 or 2. You know, they come in multiples of 2. Usually. My family only has 3 chairs. We used to have 4 chairs, but then one broke. And so we just got rid of it and kept using the ones that worked. And then another one broke, so we just brought one out from the garage. And we've just been okay with 3 chairs for right now. I've never questioned it at all. I've been like, yeah, this makes total sense. Until just this moment made me go, oh yeah, most people have 4. Can you tell we don't have guests over? Oh, I'm not quite sure where everyone else is at. Exactly. Why do you need 4? We're only 3 people, so we should have 3 chairs. Besides, the way we have our table can only have 3. We just never bothered getting a different chair. Because it's only been the 3 of us. Actually makes me feel bad. A little bit. We don't have guests very often. Friend broke a chair. I've done that, unfortunately. Picked up a chair and tossed it. In my defense, there were school chairs, so they were flimsy, but also unbreakable at the same time. And I only did it because we were cleaning up the chairs, and I was like, hey, I wonder what it'd be like if I just threw this. So I did. But, oh no. Breaking a chair because you... Yikes. Our chairs have broken, like, most natural ways of, like, the wheels won't connect to the things anymore, was one of them. The other one, we just happened to accidentally put too many heavy boxes on it, and it just crumbled under the weight. Fun fact, my dad broke a chair once. We were at, like, an indoor playground thing, and there was a kiddie chair that my dad was like, well, you know, I'm going to sit here because I need to be closer to the table, and there's no real adult chairs around. I would not hit my siblings. My siblings. We have thrown stuff at one another, but we have not thrown chairs at one another. We were smart enough not to throw chairs. Although, given if we had a chance to, we probably would have thrown chairs at one another. Why am I a violent person? I wouldn't think of myself as violent, but then I'm just like, yeah, I would do that. Yikes. But yeah, my dad broke a chair because he sat in the kid chair and it crumbled under him. And it was a loud thud. And I turned around because I just walked into the indoor playground thing and I was like, what's going on? And my dad's like, I'm fine. It's like, what happened? My poor father here started felt bad. I felt bad for him because the store owner started laughing and he was like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, yo, it's chill. Are you okay? But clearly just so flabbergasted on how quickly it crumbled. I feel bad for my dad because I'm sure the laughing was just like, thank you for salt in the wound. I tried to help him up. We laugh about it now. He's over it now. It's funny now. But at the time, I'm sure it didn't feel good. I've been asleep where me is so quite sure where everyone else sat. Skylar gives a nod of approval before beginning to chow down on dinner. Everyone else. To me once, sat on those aluminum chairs. Bend beneath me, might have missed that. Oh, shift your weight alright. Instead of the more obvious, just stand up. Oh, I can safely say I've never broken a chair. Yeah, those things are like weird. I've never broken a chair, but those types of chairs can just, I don't know how to explain those chairs. Chairs are so interesting. Because there's so different ones. There's different, like, current one I'm on has like a, shag carpet almost on it. As the best way I can explain it. And it's fluffy because I like the texture of the fluffiness and it's good to just curl up in. But like, my mom hates it. My big sister is indifferent to it. But then there's also like rolly chairs and chairs that don't roll but are still office chairs. There's chairs that are supposed to be good for your posture. There's those chairs, those wooden chairs that have like the open backs. Those annoy the hell out of me because they hurt my back. And I don't know why. They just do. And then there's the aluminum ones. There's so many different types of chairs. Each of them are interesting and strange and unique in their own way. I'm very philosophical, as you can tell. The philosophy of chairs. That's what I was gonna say. I just had to remember how to say it. A real chair full of dice. God. Yep. I feel bad for VOD viewers. I'm just gonna be like, alright, so we finally got past all the writing stuff. And now they're, they've played the game a little bit more. Great. And then it gets stopped by talking about the different types of chairs. You know what? Suffer. Funny story, a girl was sitting on a chair, her dad lifted her. I feel bad for laughing, but at the same time, oh my god. Just like it was nothing. Because I'm picturing he just lift her up and it. That noise was me throwing like a basketball into a hoop type of motion. For now. You're never fully free from Dino. But for now, you're free. Well, at least you get to be saved from anything traumatic that might happen later down the road. So, have sweet dreams. And good night. I'm like, what else do you say? Good night. Everyone else starts eating as well, so I follow suit. Not even a minute into the meal, and Reese begins a dramatic retelling of her day. Trying hard to enjoy the food, I just smile and nod along with the story while shoveling food into my mouth. Sky Mother was... I learned a lot. Night. Haha. Sleep well. Yeah, though. I tell Mom a lot about the streams and stuff. Like, I don't remember everything that happens in streams, but like I tell you about most things. So yeah, most likely tomorrow she'll be like, "Oh, Sky, how was the stream? Writing and chairs. What? What is my child?" Look, I'd be surprised if I haven't thought that was the Antichrist at least once or twice. It was interesting to learn that she was also at the bazaar for a shopping trip. Looks like everyone is out in the bazaar today, huh? So, Skylar, did you enjoy your day? Reese! I'm caught off guard by her comment and immediately begin to choke on my food. Date? You two went on a date? No, you... See, that's all I can get out before I get a fit of coughing. Lulu gets out of her chair and comes up behind me. Alice, are you okay? Do you need some water? Reese, you know good and well that Alice and I weren't on a date. Oh, I know. I just wanted to tease you a little bit. It is your first time going anywhere with anyone for a long time. Yeah, I know, but you almost killed poor Alice just now. I give everyone a thumbs up, water glass in my hands, and tears streaming out of my eyes. I'm good. Don't mind me. Poor Alice. Glad it's not me. I'm fine. I'm not dead yet. Yet. Besides, we've just met each other. I don't know. I think you two would be kind of cute together. Lulu, not you two. Oh my god. This is where I die. Alice. Okay, you're being a little dramatic, hon. It's not the end of the world. I would always tease my sisters like this, but I've never been on the receiving end. This is payback. This is brutal. I'm not sure I want dating advice from either of you. Oh, yeah. I just remembered that. These two were dating once, and then broke up. Considering how your last relationship went. Both Reese and Lulu, I said that backwards for no reason, both exchanged looks before glancing down at their plates in silence. Y'all be exes. You don't get to talk. I won't ask. Smart. You don't have to. I think they've learned their lesson. No kidding. But rather than teaching them a lesson, I think you just straight up killed them. Everyone finishes their meal in silence. Once my plate is empty, I stand up from the table. Well, I'm going to go to bed now. I'm very tired. Same here. Good night, Alice. Good night. Skylar's the first to leave. Soon after saying good night to everyone, we part ways. It was nice to finally get out and explore Wonderland. I hope every day that I'm here will be this enjoyable. Time for sleep. No! Panic! Skylar! Hello! Damn! That's a cool room! I like the little chandelier. Cool. I shut the door behind me and stomp over to the bed. Once I reach the cocoon of pillows, I slump down onto it. In an attempt to contain my frustrations. Stream, they asked about dating advice. You're asking the wrong person on a true date. Same, though. Same. In my defense, I don't really want to go on a date. The whole not dating people thing. But that also contributes to the, hey, can you give me dating advice? Dude, I can tell you the quickest way to break up with someone. 'Cause that's all I know how to do. Whew. In an attempt to contain my frustrations, I grab the nearest pillow and bury my face into it. Oh, baby, I hate this. You'd think I'd be used to this happening all the time, and yet. Taking my face out of the pillow, I roll back onto my back and stare at the ceiling. All the teasing I received on top of everything just made the day unbearable. Honestly, what's up with that? I expected as much from the shopkeeper, but even Reese? And worst of all, Lulu? I didn't think she had it in her to even do something like that. Alice is probably the first person to actually show any interest in me at all, and yet everyone is so eager to jump the gun and imply we had something else going on. After laying down for so long, my eyelids start to get heavier and heavier. Is it wrong for me to want to be friends with her? I can't fight off sleep any longer as I pass out on the bed. Oh. Is this a friendship route? Like, I'm chill with the friendship route. I just need to change the stream title. 'Cause it is romancing the dormouse. If we're not romancing the dormouse, I'm sorry. We just becoming friends with the dormouse. I wake up to the sound of feet shuffling by me. Opening my eyes, I'm greeted by the sight of Skylar groggily walking past me. I feel like I said that wrong, but we're gonna ignore that. They're exhausted. Wonder how long they've been awake for. Good morning, Skylar. They look over in my direction and nod their head. Hello. Skylar proceeds to walk towards the front door. I wonder where they're headed. Where are you going? I'm heading outside to take care of my flower garden. Their garden, huh? I haven't wanted to be back in there and get a good look. I'll act respectful, expect the other person not to like you back, and move on. Yep. Yeah. I would do the same thing of just like, my best dating advice is be respectful. Be yourself. Don't try to lie and make up stories, 'cause no one likes that. And, if you're confessing to someone for the first time, don't go in there immediately expecting them to like you back. If they do like you back, that's great. If they don't, just move on. Take the rejection. Don't try to be like, but are you sure? 'Cause I've had people do that to me before. Don't do that. It's how you get someone to not like you real quick. If you're going on a first date, just be chill about it. Don't see it as, oh, this is a person I like romantically. See it as, this is a person I want to get to know better. And talk with them more. And get to know about them. Because I tend to think that, at least from other people have told me, that first dates tend to make you think of like, this is somebody I like really romantically, so I'm going to try to play it cool. And then you're quiet the entire date. And then the date doesn't go well. It's like, well, just don't think of it as, oh, this person is amazing and wonderful. I mean, think that person is amazing, wonderful, but I mean, like, don't put them on a pedestal. Get to know them. Then again, I'm an aromantic, so what do I know? That's just the advice I can give. I sit myself up on the couch. Can I help you? Skylar just stares at me for a few moments, contemplating. Come on, Skylar, let me help. I have nothing better to do anyway. I built enough courage to ask this person at the bar. She looked at me and said, no. I said, well, damn. Fair enough. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. Some rejections hit harder than others. Other rejections are taken in grace. I think as long as you're not a dick and the other person, like, even if the other person is being dick, as stupid as it sounds, being the bigger person and just walking away is for the best. I really don't know much. Also, if that person is rude with their rejection, then it's sad, yes, because you like that person, but also think of it as, well, you dodged a bullet. Because usually people who are rude with rejections are rude to people they are in a relationship with. So, at least from what I've seen. Again, for people who think this is actual advice, take it with a grain of salt. I guess less salt. Think of it like a half full cup of rice. Take it like that. Come on, Skylar. Let me help. I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll be bored out of my mind. I give them my best puppy dog eyes. Please? Skylar, please cave. I'm begging you. Fine, but if you step on any of my babies, I will end you. I let out a nervous laugh. Okay, fair enough. I really hope they were joking, but I don't think they were joking about that. They leave out the front door, and I quickly get dressed and follow behind. Standing in the middle of the garden, I take a deep breath of air. The scent of the great outdoors. I look over the vast expanse of Skylar's garden. All these different flowers are breathtaking. Skylar truly does have a green thumb. So what do we do first? Well, I need to remove the weeds and water the garden. Normally I remove the weeds first, then water second, but since you're helping me today, I'll allow a little chaos. What do you feel like doing? You're letting me choose today. I hope I don't mess this up. This garden is precious to them. I mean, it's not like I could kill everything just by weeding or watering, right? Weeding? Look, I'm someone who knows exactly the schedule. I don't like my schedule being messed up. Like, even if it's like, it needs to be messed up for da-da-da-da. I don't let my schedule be messed up. Like, sometimes it's excited mess up, but it's like still a little stressful. For example, I'm having my first during the day recording happening on the 15th. 'Cause my birthday. The 15th is not my birthday. The 13th is my birthday, but I will be busy that day with family. And then the 14th, I'm with family. Just different sides of my family. And so the 15th, I will be free, and hopefully we'll stream at like 1 or 2 p.m. Should be fun. I was so excited last Thursday to tell everyone about it, but then my internet was like, nah, man, you don't get to say anything. It's like, well, fine, I guess. I'll try my hand at weeding the garden, I guess. See? You have chosen to de-weed. Good, that means I don't have to do it. Wait, did I just choose the harder task? Oh well, I did promise. They point over my shoulder. You can start on the right side of the garden, slowly make your way to the other side. Oh, here. Suddenly a plastic bucket comes flying in my direction. Without thinking, I almost drop it as I catch it. Nice catch. They roll up the sleeves of their sweater. Well, let's get to work. Skylar walks to the opposite side of the garden with a watering can. I begin to tiptoe to the first plant I see and see the weeds surrounding it. When I get nervous, I tend to say the wrong things, like I told this girl she looked pretty. She said what, and I said, you look shitty. Yeah, I've heard that happens for a lot of people. That I don't have any advice on. I've never felt it, so I can't tell you how it's like. Like, I get flustered, I get embarrassed at stuff, but getting nervous because somebody is really pretty or you really like them, never felt that or experienced that. And even with friends, they're like, yeah, it's like this, and try to explain it. And I've just never got it, unfortunately. So when it comes to things like that, I'm just useless at it. Just over here like, try your best. I don't know what your best is, but good luck. Unfortunately. One thing I don't have advice on. Insane. Careful, don't step on the flowers. You will die. I look down at the weeds surrounding one of the flowers. Squatting down, I take a deep breath and wrap my hand around the weed. Take a deep breath and pull. My hands wrap around the base of the weed and I give it a tug. I nearly knocked myself over in the process. It didn't even move. Come on. I'm ready to pull it again when I'm hit in the face with a pair of gardening gloves. Oof. That hurt. You're gonna ruin your hands doing it like that. Sorry I didn't give you those earlier. Skylar turns their back to me and gets to work. I put on the gloves and grab the weed once again. Okay, you've got this, Alice. The weed pops right out of the ground. I fling my hands in the air and trump, weed still in hand. Yes, I did it! Okay. I clicked off for a second. I was really scared. Skylar lets out a little laugh. Congrats, Alice. One down, and now like 40 more to go. I look around the garden, suddenly aware of all the weeds. Oh, come on. I toss the weed in the bucket and shuffle over to the next weed. With a swift tug, it comes out easily. Thank goodness. We continue to pull weeds at an even pace, tossing them in the bucket as I go. Grab, pull, shuffle. Grab, pull, shuffle. As I pull the weeds, I hear the sounds of Skylar's watering can and smell the scent of flowers. As hard as this is, I'm kind of happy I can sit this close to the garden. It's kind of relaxing. After a while, my knees start aching from squatting down for so long. I stand back up, wiping the sweat from my forehead. Okay, I'm starting to work up a sweat at this point. You getting tired, Alice? Kinda. That's only your 10th week. Hey, Alice, you haven't been on there for that long. Come on. You don't have much stamina, do you, Alice? I haven't done this before. Be nice to me. No. You know I'm just kidding, Alice. You've done a good job. Go ahead and take a break for a bit. Thank you, Skylar. My arms are dying. Okay, well, that's it for today. That wasn't too bad. Lulu pops her head over the gate. Skylar, lunch is done. Her eyes meet mine, and I give her a sheepish wave. Oh, hello, Alice. I didn't know you were out here. You both must be hungry by now, so please come in before it gets cold. Don't worry, Lulu. We just finished anyway. Lulu nods and heads back inside. Well, we better head inside before Reese decides to eat our food. Lunch sounds good. I'm honestly starving after all that physical labor. Hey, Alice. You did a good job. Sorry, apparently I had to sneeze. Skylar pats their hand on my back. Thanks for the help. It was nice not to work alone for once. No problem. I'm happy to help. Once we make our way back into the kitchen, thank you. The smell of food from the kitchen makes our stomach growl. Jeez, Alice, you weren't kidding, were you? Stop. I'm embarrassed. Well, if you're so embarrassed about it, go sit your butt down and eat. Fine. As we both sit down, Reese looks intently between the two of us. Well, aren't you two just chummy? Shush, Reese. I'm not in the mood. What? I'm just saying you both have been getting along well recently. Yeah, but I don't trust your vibe. I think you just don't want to admit that. Lulu cuts them off by placing plates down in front of the two of them. Okay, you three. It's time to eat. You can save this for later. Both of them turn towards Lulu before digging into their food. Satisfied, Lulu puts a plate down in front of her and my spot at the table, and she takes a seat. She's really used to doing damage control between these two, isn't she? Well, now's not the time for that. It's lunchtime! That really hit the spot. We're not even going to thank her? Lulu, having already finished her food, stands up with her plate in hand. Well, I'm off to work on my commission again. She scoots out from the table. Do you want me to grab you For dinner later? No, I have too much to get done. Just save me something in the fridge. If you say so. Good luck. Without wasting another second, she runs out of the kitchen, leaving her plate on the table. Lulu looks at it with a sigh. Here, I'll grab that for you, Lulu. Oh, thank you. Can you do me a favor and hand me Skylar's as well? I turn over to Skylar's place at the table. Their plate is placed neatly in front of their slumped-over body. Are they okay? Almost as if hearing my thoughts, Lulu turns to face Skylar. Don't worry about them, Alice. It's normal for them to fall asleep at the table after meals. Same. Especially since you two were hard at work in the garden earlier. I see. I want to trust Lulu on this, but I've noticed Skylar falling asleep a lot. And that hasn't always been because of food comas. I really don't want to pry behind their back while they're asleep, but I want to know. Uh-oh. Hey, Lulu. Is there a reason Skylar sleeps so much? Okay. There's not a specific reason Skylar sleeps a lot, right? Lulu abruptly stops. Oh no. We might have hit a landmine here. Cleaning the plate in her hand and sets it down. Why do you ask? Well, this isn't the first time I've seen Skylar passed out like this. And well, I get a little worried, you know. I know where you're coming from, and I'd love to tell you, but Skylar's never really opened up about it to me either. So I've just assumed they're catching up on lost sleep. If Skylar is taking power naps, then that doesn't really explain what happened at the bazaar the other day. All I can really give you are guesses, but I don't think it's my place to talk to you about this. If you really want to know, I'd recommend bringing it up with Skylar. They never told you, though, and you've known them way longer than me. I know, but I have a feeling they might tell you. You might be the protagonist or something. Skylar suddenly stands up from the table, as if awakened from their nap. They face their head towards Lulu and me. Yo, what did I miss? What were you two talking about? Nothing really, don't worry about it. The sound of plates clanging against each other brings my attention over to Lulu. Alright, all the plates are clean. I'm gonna head off to my room for a bit if either of you need anything. She gives me a knowing look as she leaves the kitchen. Sweet, sounds like we get the whole house to ourselves. Well, anything you're just dying to do? I lean against the counter and tap my fingers on the rim of the countertop. Actually, can we talk a bit? They hesitate for a moment, then turn their head to look in the direction of Reese's bedroom. You? If I was in a dating game, what character would you be? In this specific one, I'd be Skylar. Like, no hesitation. But, like, dating games in general. I want to view myself as, like, that cool character who's just... He's got the leather jacket, you know. Something like that. But I'm really not that. I'm more flustered and get embarrassed easily. And, insomniac. So, I guess it'd be that. Let's go to the garden. Bleh. I said that so quietly. I nod my head and follow them out the back door. I really hope they'll open up to me. After we make our way through the garden gate, Skylar plops down in the center of flowers. I quickly take a seat next to them. So, have you ever made a flower crown before? To go bad boy leather jacket and motorcycle? Yeah, I would love to, like, be that, but I'm not that. I am 100% that book nerd who's, you know, in the library. You know, the main character happens to go down their route and opens the library door and they're just asleep. And it's like, oh yeah, I didn't sleep much last night. I was doing some work for a history project. Like, that's who I am. I am a nerd through and through. The only difference is I'm a fashionable and well-dressed nerd. I pause for a moment, taken aback by the question. No, I've never made one. Well, it's your lucky day, because I'm going to teach you. They begin to pluck a few flowers around us and place them in a pile between us. So first you do this. They pick one of the flowers from in front of us using their fingernail to make a small slit in the bottom half of the stem. Then they pick up another flower and repeat the same step again. Then you do this. They thread one stem through the slit of the second one, creating a chain. And that's it. You just keep adding flowers until you like it. They're really fast at this. They must make them often. What do you do once you're done? I've never made a flower crown before. I've tried to. I've tried to make flower crowns, but I've never succeeded on making flower crowns. I'm just not good at it. I'll show you the last step when you're done. So go crazy and add as many flowers as your little heart desires. I pick a few flowers from the pile and try to copy what I saw. Sorry. I hope I remembered this right. So, what is it you wanted to talk about? Why do you like to take naps? I was wondering why you take naps so often. They stop threading the crown together for a moment. Are you sure you just don't take enough naps? Skylar picks up a flower, making a dent in the stem and attaching it to the rest. I'm glad they're sharing something with me. You know, you might be onto something. I probably don't rest enough. Honestly, I don't always have time to take a nap. You should probably find time then. Not taking enough naps turns you into a Reese, or so I've heard. Honestly, I don't think that woman ever sleeps. Oh, is that why she's so active? I thought it was too much tea. We both share a laugh and continue weaving our flower crowns. I look down at Skylar's hands. Whoa, you're already done? Of course, who do you think I am? I pompously place a hand on my chest. Skylar, the flower crown extraordinaire, of course. You've got that right. Meanwhile, you barely got anything done. Well, yeah, this is my first time. They stand up from their spot in the grass and walk behind me. Here. You can wear this one. Oh, pretty. Ethereal looking. Those, yes, that's why she's got so much energy. Yeah. I'm so weird. Like, caffeine be over here. Literally have a cup of coffee next to me, but I'm trying not to drink it as much because it will literally have me pass out as I take a sip from it. But yeah, caffeine makes me so sleepy. It's so funny to see like people and it like being like, oh yeah, I can't do my day without a cup of coffee to wake me up, and I'm like, that put me right back to sleep. It's also funny because I don't ever get to see like how the effects work, the differences in effects, because my family doesn't like coffee. I'm the only one that does because I was born weird. Sky 10 minutes later. Yeah, really. Literally, if I had a job where somebody was like, hey, I got you coffee because we have like a busy work day today, I just have to like resist temptations not to drink it because hey, that work ain't getting done if I do. But my big sister, she had a coworker that was like, thank you for all your hard work, and gave her like a coffee bottle. My big sister returned home and was like, and this is for you. And gave it to me and slept well that night. It's a double-edged sword because I like coffee, so I like drinking it. It was also nice to just days where my brain just won't shut up, have some coffee and be able to still sleep okay. Go wear this one. Yours? Are you sure? Oh yeah. If we waited for you to finish the one you're making, we'd be here all night. Hey, I don't think I'm doing that bad. I laugh as I look down at the tiny flower chain in my hand. I might need a little more guidance, though. That's fine by me. Besides, I've wanted to know how you'd look with a flower crown on your head. Really? Nah, I just didn't want to put this one on the ground. I look back at Skylar. They quickly turn away and clear their throat. Well, I better start making another one. Ask me if you still need help with that one. I will, don't worry. I will, don't worry. I'll need all the help I can get. The two of us sit in comfortable silence as I continue to fumble around with the flowers in my hand. I watch as Skylar nearly churns out another flower crown. Am I doing something wrong here? Suddenly, their hand stops. Skylar? Did they fall asleep again? I gently nudge their knee with my hand. Skylar, are you okay? Their head quickly snaps up. What? I let out a sigh of relief. Thank goodness, you had me worried there for a second. You were worried? Of course, I'm going to get worried if you suddenly fall asleep out of nowhere. Skylar tenses up as soon as the words come out of my mouth. This isn't how I wanted to start this conversation, but enough is enough. Alright, I'll tell you about it. I can tell you're dying to know. But you can't tell Reese or Lulu about this, okay? This stays between us. I nod my head. Time I had to sleep with the family. Sleep, everyone was snoring, and I think that's what hell is like. Oh, that must be what hell is like, because oh, no. I had my first ever sleepover, and it was like that. There was one person who snored, but everyone else was asleep, and I was just there, stuck. That was hell. Absolute hell. Like, I love my family, don't get me wrong, because I had sleepover with my cousins. Love them to death. But I don't think I could handle a sleepover with them. Not with my insomnia. The awkwardness of just sitting there, unable to do anything, while they're all asleep, was just way too much. I nod my head. Also, you can keep working on the flower crown while I talk. You shouldn't have to stop because of me. If that's what you want. I return my focus on the flowers in my hands and wait for Skylar. Man, I've never really talked about this before. I honestly don't know how to phrase this. I don't think you're an insomniac, are you, Skylar? Though I could get away with no one caring, really. You know people that care, Skylar. They just don't want to bother you. You've probably noticed, but I tend to fall asleep at random, right? Yeah. I didn't think much of it at first. At first, what tipped you off at it being something else? The bazaar. They click their tongue. That's what I was worried about. But yeah, whatever. I get too worked up or comfortable, and sometimes my body just decides it's sleep time. I don't get a choice in it either. That sounds really serious. Are you fine keeping this to yourself? Yeah, I've been able to deal with it on my own for a while now, so normally I schedule my time around it. The bazaar was the first time I've really knocked out in public like that, though. I hope it wasn't because of me. Oh no, it's fine. This is my own thing, so you don't need to worry about it, okay? Oh, okay. As long as they say it's fine, I won't bother them about it anymore. Whoa, you've really made a flower rope there. Huh? I look down at my hands at the long line of flowers I've made. Oh geez, I was so focused on the conversation, I didn't realize my hands were still moving. Do you still want me to tell you how to finish the flower crown? I think you're beyond done at this point. Might as well. I need to know for next time, right? Next time. Of course. Here, can I have it? Of course. Carefully, I hand over the flower chain. I watch as Skylar makes a second slit in the stem of the first flower and slips the last flower through it. There you go. One flower crown. Though, I think this might be a little too big for your head. Well, good thing I have the one you gave me. Yeah. Skylar puts their arms in the air and gives a big stretch. Well, I don't know about you, but I could really go for a nap right now. Right now? We're outside, though. I wouldn't want them to sleep on the ground here. Well, you can use my lap if you'd like. Like what, a pillow? You don't have to if you don't want to. I just figured it'd be better than sleeping on the dirt. They bring a hand up to their head and start scratching the back of their head. I mean, I've probably fallen asleep in the garden more times than I can count. But if you're offering, might as well accept, you know? Without wasting another second, they remove the flower crown from their head and turn their body to face away from mine. Oh geez, this is moving so fast. How do I actually make a lap pillow? I've never done this before, and honestly, I don't think I make it this far. Panic. Quickly, I move my knees closer together and smooth down the fabric of my skirt. Next thing I feel is the weight of Skylar's head and shoulders on my legs. Pretty good. You make for a solid pillow. Well, I'm out. If it starts getting dark and I'm not up yet, just carry me back into the house, okay? Wait, carry you back? I don't know if I can lift you. I let my sentence dwindle off as I hear the sounds of Skylar's breathing deepen. Are they already asleep? I can't tell with their hair in front of their eyes. I've never actually seen their eyes, have I? Probably a lot easier to tell when they're asleep if I could see them. Even though I'd rather not bother them, maybe I should just... brush their hair aside? Okay. I was like, is that a good answer? You wouldn't hurt to try, right? They wouldn't even notice if they were asleep anyway. Cautiously, I raised my hand next to their head. They're really cute this close. Skylar would probably kick my butt if I said that to their face, though. For a moment, I hesitate. Would they get angry if I moved their hair aside, like when I first met them? No. If I'm going to do this, I should just do it. Worst case scenario, they're still awake, but I can just apologize. Yep. They look like they're asleep. Oh! Pretty! Little freckles? Their eyelashes are white. That's pretty. Although Alice has wonderful nail polish here. I better put their hair back quickly. But for a moment, I find myself staring at their sleeping face. I didn't know they had blonde eyelashes, too. They're blonde? I thought it was white. Okay, blonde. I meant blonde. I totally didn't say white. So pretty. Before I can do anything else, I feel a hand wrapped around mine. What do you think you're doing? Pretty! Your eyes be pretty! Oh. I mean, I do too. I think I can't handle rain sounds anymore because they make my bladder go, my time? So, I end up listening to music though. And sometimes that's like nature sounds, sometimes it's just songs where I can't understand the lyrics, some songs where I can understand the lyrics, but mostly relaxing songs. Oh, pretty eyes. Alice and I be distracted by the same thing here. Wait, get a hold of yourself. This is not the time to admire their beautiful eyes. You have to say something. You're really pretty. Wrong things! I'm dead. Thank you, I guess? Oh, maybe I'm not dead? Still doesn't answer my question, though. Don't think you're off the hook just because you complimented me. I'm not that easy. Oh, well, I wanted to know if you were asleep, but since I can't see your eyes, I just kind of, I say I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry. It's okay. I forgive you. It's not like I'm super insecure about my face or something. You can look at it. The viewers, for real. Alice got away with it. Accidental Riz would be amazing. Really? Then why do you cover it? I like being mysterious. Fair enough. Mysterious is definitely not the word I'd use to describe you. Oh yeah? What word would you use? Pretty? Oh, knock it off, would you? I'm leaving. You're harassing me. They pick up their flower crown and stand up. Skylar. I look down at Alice sitting on the ground, just looking at me with her sparkly blue eyes. When did she get so pretty? I think I've been around her dumbass too long to think of her as pretty. Like, if we're going through the canon is that I am a ghost and I'm haunting Alice through Wonderland and trying to influence her in ways. I don't find her pretty. I find her dumb. No, I don't. She's pretty. She's just not all there sometimes. How dare she look so cute surrounded by my flowers. And she's calling me cute? No one has ever called me that before. She called you pretty, but, you know, same difference. I feel a blush cover my face, so I turn my head to avoid making eye contact with her. I don't want her to see that I'm blushing over her. Why am I feeling like this about her? She's the first person to ever make me feel like this. Come on, get a hold of yourself before she notices something is wrong. It'd be embarrassing if she noticed. I look back in her direction. The sun is now shining over her in the perfect way, and the wind blows the flowers gently in her direction. She looks like a goddess. Okay, now we're going a little too far. I was okay with the pretty comment and the cute comment. But goddess! Her? I want nothing more than to reach out and touch her soft-looking hair. I shake my head and take a deep breath. Okay, that's enough thoughts like that. Please, I feel like you're losing brain cells. Time to go back inside. And we're back to her. Hi, Alice. I wasn't insulting you. Skylar begins to walk away, but when... Ooh. Ah. Come here. This stuffed animal was trying to fall. Skylar begins to walk away, but when they get to the garden gate, they turn back to me. Are you just gonna sit there all day? Let's go inside. Okay. I quickly get up and walk to them. So, you're not mad at me? For complimenting me? No way. I'm just teasing you. Hey! The two of us continue to chit-chat as we make our way back to the house. Aww. This is cute. Alice. Alice, are you there? Uh-oh. I wake up to the sound of my sisters calling my name. I should answer them. They sound concerned. I try to look at the door, but I can't move at all. I'll just have to call out to them. Then. I open my mouth, but no noise leaves my mouth. What's going on? I jolt up and take a few deep breaths, trying to calm myself down. What a horrible dream to have. I felt so powerless. I hope I never have a dream like that again. I should go get a glass of water to calm myself down. I walk into the kitchen and discover Skylar with a glass of milk in their hands. Hi. Every time they come on screen, I just want to pat their head. Okay, you caught me. I'm the milk thief. Sorry, that was a plot point? I give them a small smile and I grab a glass from the cabinet and go to retrieve some water. All I ask is that you keep this between you and me. Sure. Lulu's still not happy with me from the last time I drank all the milk in the middle of the night. I try not to let out a small laugh, but it turns into a sob instead. Oh no. I was kidding, Alice. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Guess I still haven't shaken that nightmare off. Hey, are you okay? Did something happen? I can't hold back my tears anymore and I begin to cry. Uh-oh. Here, let me help you back to bed. They lead me back to the couch. I feel bad just breaking down on them. I slump down onto the couch and they silently sit next to me. See, okay, Alice, my dear, I feel bad. Nightmares suck. And I want to give you a hug because nightmares suck. But I also worry. Because usually when you have a nightmare, it's followed up by whatever character we're pursuing, telling us about their horrible backstory. Skylar, please. Break this chain of events. They silently sit down next to me. Do you want to talk about it? What should I do? Her excuses for why she's crying are wonderful, you know. The first time I was really thirsty. The second time I was really hungry. The third time I had some bad allergies from the garden. At least that one sounds believable. I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare where I couldn't move or speak at all. My body shakes as I feel another sob coming on. I hate crying. I mean, kind of same? The worst part was feeling like I had no control over my body. I noticed Skylar stiffens for a moment. I'm sorry. Don't cry. Oh no, I probably shouldn't have said that. That is a horrible feeling. I'm sorry you had to feel like that. Now I want to comfort them. I'm sorry for saying anything that might have offended you. It's okay. I know you didn't mean it like that. I'm glad I didn't hurt their feelings. So, you feel a little bit better talking about it? Yes. Thank you for listening to me. I feel bad you're always sleeping out here on the couch. Would you like to sleep in bed with me tonight? Ooh, ooh. Skylar nervously rubs the back of their neck. That's so sweet of them to offer that. Yes, that would be nice. Thank you. Grab your pillow then, and follow me. They stand up and make their way over to the stairs. I'm so nervous, because I'm like, this is very cute. This is very wholesome. But like, really, with Wendy, we had this cute, wholesome thing, you know, she comforts, and then they're cuddling, and then Alice just had to ruin it. Don't fall off the bed. I'm worrying that falling off the bed, it will not be the worst thing that happens. The worst thing could be just another, my father left me. Because that's also what happened with Lulu. I'm so worried. What is going to happen? I haven't been up the stairs yet. I wonder what else is up there. We reach the hallway and go into the first room from the stairs. This is my room. I love how cozy it feels in here, right? It's a very nice room. And this is the bed. They gesture to the bed and plop down onto it face first. I laugh as they give me a thumbs up and get in the bed next. I wiggle around a few moments before I settle into the bed. The blankets are comfortable, but my thoughts keep me awake. Skylar's room is so far from the others. I always assume they're on good terms, but maybe not. Reese and Lulu, do you see them as your sisters? I kind of see them like that. Anyway, they're closer to What did I say? What did I say? They're closer to family than my father ever was. Where's your father, if you don't mind me asking? Skylar lets out a snort and shakes their head. I don't know, and I don't care. He led my life when I was 14 years old. I swear to God, if every single one of these characters tells me that their father left them, I'm gonna lose my mind. Please? You're supposed to be a wholesome game. No. Not that I saw him much before that. He was always sleeping. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Why do we have the sad CGI? Why did I forget all of this? Okay. Look what I made, Dad. When he wasn't... He was telling me to give up on my dreams of gardening. Oh. Oh no. No, no, no. What good is a bunch of flowers? Bunch of flowers can do a lot of good, sir. It's not a bunch of flowers, it's a flower crown. Doesn't matter. You're gonna grow up like me anyway. Give it up. I don't like you, sir. I still garden to this day because I want to be different from him. Unfortunately, after he left is when I started to fall asleep more frequently, but that didn't matter. I will never let him have the last laugh. So I'm able to still garden out of spite, really. To recap, Wendy was the first girl we pursued. Wendy's father left while she was working in the palace, so she vowed to be the best servant a servant could be. Despite Princess Morgana saying, hey, you can leave. You don't have to be like your father whatsoever. Her father is the White Rabbit. Lulu's father was the March Hare. And for her, he was ignored her a lot. Think drunk, alcoholic dad. That's what he was like to her. And then one day he just up and left. And she learned to survive on her own. But she promised she'd never be like him. And so now she's very people-pleasing. Stubbornly people-pleasing. And now we have Skylar. Dear sweet Skylar. His father left. Why did your father left? Anyway, their father left. And their problem is they neglected their child / also told their child to give up on gardening. And that's why Skylar gardens. Glad that all the characters I pursued have sad backstories. What would I be without them? I'm fine. I'm sorry you had to go through that. No, genuinely sad. Genuinely sorry you had to go through that. It's fine. He's out of my life, so it doesn't bother me. I feel my eyes grow heavy, but before I can doze off, Skylar speaks once more. You know, I wasn't really going to tell you this, but Morgana's coronation is tomorrow night. I really didn't want to go, but I'll go if you want. They would go just for me? That is so sweet. I'd really like to go with you, Skylar. They nod their head and grab a hold of my hand. We eventually fall asleep while still holding hands. You were such an adorable child, Skylar. I'm sorry your dad sucks. Just delivery. Reese flings open the door to the downstairs bathroom. She's always so dramatic. Reese walks in and hands me a box. Put it on as soon as possible. She gives me a wink and leaves the bathroom, closing the door behind her. I think that's the fastest she's left a room before. She must be super excited for the coronation. I open the box and pull out the dress from inside of it. Wow, this is very beautiful. I change into the dress as fast as possible. I've never been so excited to change into a piece of clothing before. I have. After changing... Sounds so funny out of context. I've never been so excited to change into a piece of clothing before. I have. And just moves on, doesn't say anything about it. We went to see a musical in person, like live musical. So I was really excited to get dressed in my very beautiful outfit that I was going to wear, because it was a fancy outfit, because it was my Christmas gift from my family. And it was awesome. But yeah, that's like one time where I've been like really excited to get dressed and be all dressed up. After changing, I head outside and wait for Skylar. I wonder what they'll be wearing. I brought out of my thoughts by the door of the house opening and Skylar stepping outside. Aww. They look so cute. Wow. I love the green tie and then the green skirt. That's so cute. And then the flower bracelet. You are adorable. My heart is beating so... Oh. My heart is beating so hard right now. You look... Wow. Thanks. You look very pretty. They avoid eye contact with me for a minute. Well, we should get going. Wait, but what about Lulu and Reese? They told me that we could go on ahead of them. Skylar grabs a hold of my hand. They are too cute right now. I don't know if I can handle holding their hand. I need to hold your hand in case I start to feel sleepy. Okay, I don't mind. I look away from Skylar as I feel my face start to heat up. I don't want them to see the fact I'm blushing right now. We begin to make our way to the castle. We walk into the throne room to see it's full of guests. Wow, Wonderland has more residents than I thought. You would not assume they had more residents. Everyone is dressed so nicely. I look around the room to see some familiar faces as well. I hope that I get to say hello to everyone during the party. Wendy! Wendy walks up to the platform next to the throne. Oh, is that Wendy? She looks so nice tonight. The crowd quiets down. Welcome, everybody, to the coronation for the official crowning of Princess Morgana. Cheers! Claps! The residents of Wonderland seem excited for this event. I feel a little out of place since I'm not from Wonderland originally. The crowning will take place later this evening, so until then, enjoy the party. Claps! Cheers! As the crowd disperse, I turn to Skylar. I don't want to say, is this exciting? For Skylar. I didn't even realize this is playing dangerously. Compliment them. I like the way you styled your hair tonight. You have really pretty eyes. It's nice to see one of them. Skylar looks away from me and blush covering their face. Wow. I really just said the first thing that came to mind there. Axel Riz coming back up here. I hope I didn't come on too strong. Thanks. Reese did a good job on your dress. They crossed their arms over their chests and let out a quiet sigh. They're so cute when they're embarrassed. I'm actually not feeling the best right now. Skylar looks around the crowded ballroom. What can I do to help? Nothing right now. I'm gonna rest for a little. You can keep enjoying yourself, though. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll meet up with you later. Skylar walks away, disappearing into the crowd. I hope they aren't feeling too bad. Well, what should I do now I'm all alone? Eat snacks. I go to see what the snacks are at the refreshment table. I make my way over to the table full of snacks and delights. They have a nice array of snacks and desserts. I spot Reese standing at the end of the table holding a cup of tea. Where did you get a cup of tea? Thank you. How did she get tea? I didn't see any sitting on the table. She spots me and makes her way over to me. Where's your date? Is Skylar okay? I'm not sure. They went off to rest for a little bit. Reese frowns and starts looking around frantically. Oh, here we go. I begin to look at the snacks on the table. What should I have? Everything looks good. We need to find them. You need to spend time together. That sandwich or that cookie. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and you two need to spend the whole night together, Reese. Calm down, honey. Sometimes we need to be away for a bit, and then we can rejoin. That can happen. I think the cookie could come first just this once. This is a party, after all. I spent so much time making sure you two would look super cute together in your outfits. I pick up the cookie and take a bite of it. Oh, that really hits the spot. Fine, I'll go find them. Reese takes a sip of her tea and runs off into the crowd. With her tea? Okay, time to get out of here. I don't want to be here when she comes back. Do some dancing? Maybe I should go dance for a little bit. I make my way towards the dance floor. Looking around, I quickly discover that everyone was waltzing, and I'm the only one without a dance partner. Skylar's resting right now, so I can't ask them for a dance. It'd be too awkward to ask a stranger for a dance. I guess just dance by myself? I put my... Alice! Oh, that's actually sweet, though. That's cute, though. I put my hands in front of me. You want... I changed my mind. No, let's go down this. And begin to spin around the room. If you give a few weird stares and start to feel awkward again. Maybe I shouldn't dance after all. I put my arms to the side again and leave the dance floor. What if I hit it again? I think I'm good for now. Fair enough. Eat snacks? Think I'm good for now. Oh. Stand awkwardly. Same me at the club for real though. You know, I just be dancing by myself. I don't really dance. I just go sit in the corner. I'm the one underneath the food table, you know, just occasionally peeking up over the side to grab some more snacks and then hiding back under it. It's like, what are you even doing under there? And I just have my phone. It's on a random game. Plus, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. Lily makes her way to me. Where's Skylar? Not really sure. They went to rest. Oh no, I hope they're alright. Yeah, I feel the same. Is Reese with you? No, she's been running around looking for something. That's our bad. That's my bad. Not quite sure what though. Maybe she's looking for tea? Seems very likely to me. I try to ask people to dance just to talk to people. Yeah. I think a lot of times every dance I've been to has been with either friends or just simply passing through and then hiding away. I don't think I've really danced though. Because I know I did want to dance at one. And what I remember is that I didn't want to dance with the guy. I wanted to dance with my best friend, who was a girl. And I just remember my guy friend being like, well, yeah, but look at everyone else on the floor. You know, they're not really dancing. And I just remember feeling awkward about it and I didn't know why. That was kind of sad. I'm sorry. No, you're not making me feel bad. I just, I realized how sad that sounded when I said it. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to sound sad. It was just a memory that came to me because I was just trying to remember if I've ever danced, really. Sometimes my filter is very broken. I think I'm tired. Just slightly. But no, I'm not sad about it or anything. I just didn't know. At the time, I was sad about it because I didn't understand what was wrong. And now I don't feel sad about it. I just simply go, wow, that guy was a dick. And just let it move on, sort of thing. But, yeah, apparently my filter of what's a good story to share, what's not a good story to share is just broken right now. But you are not making me feel bad at all. I'm just being a mess right now. Like I said, I'm more likely to be underneath the table. It's not like I don't like talking to people. I just am awkward when it comes to it. And most people find me awkward because I stutter a lot, and I stutter more when I'm nervous. And I use a lot of like and more. I guess just talking about how it makes me better. So how does it make me feel? I mean, it makes me feel okay. I mean, the best I could say about it was just it was a part of my childhood. Just now I look back at it with all the information I have about those two friends, and when I'm like, little Sky, you shouldn't have been listening to him. He sucked. On the other hand, I'm like, well, without him, I don't think I'd have the same childhood as I did. So, double-edged sword with it. But it's nice to just talk about, instead of just being waving it away. But yeah, talking to people be hard. Dancing with people be harder. Hiding underneath tables is easy. Life mottos with Sky. Hide under tables. It seems very likely to me. I see. Try not to worry too much, though. We're at a party, so you should enjoy yourself. Thanks, Lulu. I'll try my best. She does know how to comfort someone. Well, I should really go look for Reese and make sure she's not getting into any trouble. Oh, she is. I nod my head and watch as Lulu disappears into the crowd. Okay, just trying to enjoy yourself. We exhausted all those options, so let's look for Skylar. I really miss Skylar's company. This party isn't enjoyable without them. I'm gonna go look for them. Determined to find Skylar, I walk through the crowded ballroom with no avail. I've been looking for a while yet. How have I not found them yet? Where could they be? Did you look underneath the buffet table? Because if they're under there, I'm going to laugh. Oh, no, they're not. Oh. Just as I'm ready to give up, Reese walks up to me, dragging Skylar behind her. Reese lightly pushes them in my direction. Reese be viewing us like we're dolls here, man. Just like, okay, doll 1 is gone. Let me go get it back so they can put them back with doll 2. In a wholesome way, obviously. Reese doesn't mean anything bad by it. I found your mouse. Thank you, I didn't know they were lost. Skylar crashes in towards me and I catch them before we collide. Did you get any rest, Skylar? I did until Reese came and attacked me. Skylar crosses their arms over their chest and stare at Reese. Oh, please, you're fine. Now it's time you wooed your date. Have fun. Reese gives us 2 thumbs up and disappears in the crowd. Reese just rolls their eyes. Not Reese. That is not Reese. Skylar just rolls their eyes and looks back towards me. I apologize for being gone for most of the coronation. Not your fault, not your fault. You need to do rest. It's very understandable. Sorry, I'm holding the mouse weirdly so the head pats look weird. There we go. Head pats. But hey, the party's still going. Do you want to dance in with me? Sure. Of course. I'd love to dance with you. Skylar grabs my hand and leads me to the dance floor. I hope they don't make me do some kind of complicated dance. I hardly doubt that they do that. I warn you now, but I don't actually know how to dance. It's okay. Neither do I. Skylar places their hands on my hips, and I place my hands on their shoulders. Good. Just a simple slow dance. I can handle that. The flower has little leaves. It's so pretty. And the art style is so pretty, man. I start to relax and enjoy spending some time with them as we sway from side to side. They also slowly lean their body into mine more as time goes on. I feel so at peace right now. You know, there's something I've been wanting to tell you all night, Alice. Their eye comes up to meet mine. Oh, and what is that? Here goes nothing. Deep breath, Alice. Spending time with you has caused me to develop feelings for you. Obviously, she says it like feelings for you. But just the idea of feelings is so funny to me. Oh my gosh, you don't have to be so awkward about it. Alice, I like you too. Skylar looks away, a blush covering their whole face. Don't be awkward about it, they say. Oh. What happened there? I saw something glitch out. Like having to check now because I saw something glitch. So I'm checking that it's nothing like important that just glitched out. It doesn't seem like it. No, I think we're good. We're good. Okay. I can't believe they feel the same way about me. Kiss them. I lean down and place a kid on the a kid and kiss them on their head. They smile up at me and return that smile. And I return that smile, sorry. We continue to dance a little closer to each other now. Oh, you're so cute. We pull apart as the music stops playing. I guess all good things have to come to an end. Wow. I can't believe Morgana's interrupting my love life at her own party. How dare she? This is our moment, not hers. I let out a laugh as we make our way over to Morgana's throne. Everyone gathers around the throne platform, with Morgana and Wendy standing on top, Wendy holding a crown. Skylar grabs hold of my hand as Morgana begins her speech. I'm so happy I met them. They made me so happy, and I hope they feel the same way. I get lost in their pretty purple eyes. I have pretty purple eyes, Alice. How come you don't compliment mine? Though I guess I am a ghost just haunting you. You might find me annoying. I did insult your beauty and intelligence. Still! No. Can't wait to see where the future takes us. Skylar. I tune out Morgana's speech as soon as she opens her mouth. Yeah, that's what I pretty much expected. I have much more important things to focus on now. I look up at Alice and feel butterflies fill my stomach. She's just so pretty. Alice looks down at me suddenly and smiles at me. I avoid eye contact as I feel my cheeks once again blush. I wish I could stop blushing so much. I return my gaze at Alice once again. She's still staring at me. I'm glad to have someone I can be this open with. I give her a hand. Wait a minute. I give her hand a little squeeze, and she turns it playfully as her smile widens. Alice. After Morgana finished her speech, everyone in the crowd clapped. What was her speech? We shall never know. She makes her way off the stage, Wendy following closely behind her. Some of the crowd goes up to speak with Morgana, others begin to leave the throne room. We should probably wait here until some of the crowd clears out. While I'm thinking of what to do, Morgana comes up to me. Hey, Morgana. Not so fast, Alice. Oh? Hello, Your Majesty. Is something the matter? I have some news for you. I think you'll find it particularly good. And what would that be? Good news? For Morgana? I'm almost scared. During the time of this event, the key you've been waiting for has finally been made. You can go home now. Tonight! Even. If you just do so wish. You mean I can go home? That's what I said, yes. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. I hold up my hands and Morgana drops a key into them, which is our little cursor. I can finally go home. I can see my sisters. You sure can. All you have to do now is put the key in the transfer room door and it should take you home. Please take Skylar with you, as I need you to return the key before you leave. It is property of Wonderland, after all. Of course, Your Majesty. As Skylar and I head to the transfer room, I can't help but think about not having them by my side anymore, and how lonely I would feel without them. I think we're here. Oh, that was fast. I stand in front of the door, feel hesitation gnawing in the back of my mind. What's wrong? I don't want to leave, if you're not coming with me. I feel a sob clawing at my throat. Don't cry right now, you'll only have trouble talking. I brought out my thoughts by the sight of Skylar. It does give Romeo and Juliet. Hopefully it ends way better than it did for them. Then again, it's Alice, so... I'm brought out of my thoughts by the sight of Skylar rubbing their eyes. Oh no, I made them cry as well. Sob. I'm so glad. Sob. You feel like that. Of course. Sob. I would feel sob. That way. I love you. Oh, I feel awkward. And I would never want to leave you behind. Sweet. They rush over to me and hug me. I want to go with you then. I pull back slightly to look at them. Are you sure? What about your garden? And Lulu and Reese? I'm sure they'll understand. As far as garden goes, I'd rather remake a new one with you. If you're sure, let's go. Aww. They nod their head and I unlock the door. A bright light emanates from inside, and Skylar takes the key from my hand and tosses it onto the ground. We lace our fingers together and walk through the door together, hand in hand. Hi. I wake up on the sidewalk with Skylar standing over me. There are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know. Yep, should expect as much. They offer their hand out to me and help me onto my feet. From a distance, I hear a familiar voice approaching. Alice! Are you okay? Lorraine, Edith, I'm finally home. I see they decided to leave with Alice. I hope they can grow a beautiful relationship together. Morgana the strangest wingman. But she's still a wingman at the end of the day. And now we have credits. There it is. I leave my room after hearing Lorraine yelling from the living room. What did Edith do this time? I don't care which one of you made this mess. Someone needs to clean it up. Hey, look at this one. Edith leans over and shows Skylar her phone. They both breathe out of their nose in unison. Oh man, that's terrible. I love it. Oh no, what is my sister teaching them now? What are you two even doing anyway? I'm catching Skylar up on all the memes they've missed. Oh no! Lorraine shakes her head and lets out an annoyed sigh. Edith will never learn, will she? I let out a small laugh. I'm going to make a cleaning schedule, and when I'm done with this mess better be cleaned up. Lorraine walks over to the kitchen, sits down, and dramatically opens a marker. Never heard her angry writing in a long time. I'm glad Skylar is getting along with my sisters. This is all I could ever have asked for. I love this. This is so cute. And then we have the bonus. First of all, profiles. We do Wendy first. Skylar, she gives me money. Okay. She gave me a home. Very sweet. They seem spunky. Interesting. They're 21, March 2nd, 5. So I'm like 3 inches taller than them. Fair enough. Gardening, cold milk, chatterboxes, the flower vendor. Fair enough. And then extras. Bonus scenes. All-nighter. I look away from my computer as I hear another sigh come from my bed again. Skylar is being so dramatic tonight. It's so cute. What's wrong, Skylar? I am cold. Do you want an extra blanket? No, it can only be fixed by you snuggling me in bed. I love their little flower crown. It's so cute now. I roll my eyes and stretch my arms over my head. I'm sorry, Skylar, but I need to finish writing this paper tonight. It's due tomorrow. I really shouldn't have procrastinated for too long. Yeah, Alice, don't procrastinate so much so you can snuggle me right now. I let out a laugh as they pout at me. They're just so cute right now. I procrastinate because I wanted to spend time with you earlier. Then you should school less and snuggle with me more. They smile at me as I let out a laugh and shake my head. I'll be done soon, I promise. Fine, I'll just have to snuggle your pillow instead. Hey, I have a shark shark plushie that I cuddle. Oh, I skipped one, my bad. They grab my pillow and squish it to their body tightly. Aww, my heart. They're just so cute. The stupid paper is in my way, but I guess I'll just use this cute moment to motivate me to finish faster. And that is it. Oh. Sharkborn lava girl. Yes. Yes. I am so tired now. Come on. Okay, there we go. And we finished all of Skylar's route, which means the next route will be Reese. And then we'll go into Catherine and V, which those two I'm most excited about. But that is it. You can tell I'm very tired, and it's getting hard to keep my eyes open. I'm also getting very hungry. I'm surprised the microphone hasn't picked up on my stomach rumbling. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good night. And bye. Thank you for joining me.